yesterday for college sports to regulate the business. It will preserve NIL deals while ensuring women's and non-revenue sports aren't left behind. Dallas Cowboy camp continues as Micah Parsons' contract drama rolls on. Two players who've gone through the very same situation, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, both expressed that he's deserving of the extension and they hope that he'll get paid soon. Don't we all? I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Whoop, whoop. What day is it, Vic? Friday! It's a Friday, baby. Oh, yes, the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your friend AJ, getting you through on a Friday, and look who's with me.
Wow, shock.
Yeah, there he is.
The man, the myth, the legend,
We're
Mr.
here.
Rob Thompson.
Now you
Good
can
morning,
applaud.
Rob.
I told you to hold it all week. Now you can go ahead and
Now
do it.
let's
It's a
hear
getaway
it
day,
for
baby.
Rob, baby.
Do you have
yeah.
do you have your bags packed? Are they already?
No.
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 What? I don't get applause, Vic.
Oh, hold on.
Find it. Come on.
I was pulling.
I said
up
hold
the-
it till the end of the week. Bring it. I appreciate canned applause.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, man.
Oh man,
Still funny every time.
I'm just trying to play.
Come on, man.
Oh man.
Oh, the best thing about that drop is it's good in any situation.
Oh, yeah.
If you're talking about a fight, if you're talking about sex, if you're talking about like anything, you just
Yeah.
played that punch sound. I said, oh, you know what's funnier than a punch sound?
Come on, man. That's my friend you're beating on.
Oh man. Well.
Finally Friday.
It's finally Friday. It's our last day before we head out to Oxnard, California. Do we still have to check in real early with Southwest? What's the deal? Or we got assigned seats yet?
I think we're checking in.
Dude, why'd they tell us assigned seats? And then is it ever going to happen?
Not only did we not get the assigned seats, but now they're charging for bags.
This is absurd.
It's absurd.
Southwest is really
I
falling
mean,
off.
seriously, Southwest is not what they were.
Just drive to Oxnard.
You know what?
Man.
It's a bus.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's a
You'll
bus.
be there in a day.
I was on Frontier the other day, and it's the same. There's no
Man.
difference between Frontier and Southwest. Now.
They
It's the
used
same.
they used to be special, man.
Mhm.
They used to be special.
Now it's just a big old Greyhound in the sky.
Are they still using Windows 3.1 or DOS?
I think they
or-
might be working off a
Is
DOS
it that
system.
airline that's using
Yeah,
that?
it was
yeah,
them.
it was them.
That was them.
Jeez. They're going to upgrade to Windows
Yeah, we're
95 or what?
Bum, bum, bum. They're going to get the mailbox. They're going to get that. And then they're going to get Clippy.
Yeah, little Clippy.
Clippy.
Oh.
I see.
Good
You're
luck,
looking to
man.
make a reservation.
Press 1 if this is accurate. Oh. Well, I guess at 11 o'clock
Yeah,
then
we got
we'll
to check in. We've got our confirm number someplace. But
All right. Well,
Are you and Jason are flying out at the same time?
we're all out together.
Oh, okay.
yeah, because
Oh,
we're
it is
going. We're it's weird going out on a Saturday.
It's great because
It is. We got a little time.
We're going early, and so we'll have a full day of practice before we actually talk again on Monday. So we'll see them there
Oh,
on
okay.
Sunday. They're padding up for the first time on Sunday.
Nice.
So we'll get there in time to set up and have some evening libations overlooking the Pacific Ocean.
Yes. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Well, the big news of the day yesterday. What was it, friends?
A lot of
What-
people
what?
died.
The Hulkster.
Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Oh.
Everybody's dying.
Do we have Hulk Hogan's theme song ready to go, Vic? Do we
No.
have the Real American theme song ready to go?
Once those remarks came out, I gave up.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, all right.
Yeah, sorry.
Um,
Oh,
No.
well, he died.
listen, what you gonna do?
Check on Willie.
What are you gonna do?
That's
What you gonna do
Willie
when
all right?
Hulkamania runs
Anybody
wild
checked on
you?
Dylan?
Yeah, Ozzy, Hulkster. We got. I mean, there's got to be a third big one coming. I don't think Chuck Mangione.
he is a big one. There is older folks older than us. This kind of kicked in the crotch. I'm just telling you, my father was a huge
Yeah, but
Chuck
when
Mangione
is
fan.
the last time like
Oh, I'm just saying.
he was even in the public eye?
Well, we talked about King of the Hill. I mean,
that's true, but even that was like 15 years ago.
I know.
This
I
is
mean,
like
we're talking a guy who was performing in the mid-'70s.
This
so,
is like
this has
Jan Brady dying.
Yeah, but to a certain level of the population, that matters.
Okay.
When Jan Brady dies,
you're right.
I had impure thoughts about Jan Brady early on. He's embedded in my brain.
Well, okay, that's fair. I just don't think Chuck Mangione can go on the same
he's
triumvirate
not.
as Ozzy and the Hulkster.
Be the first to admit, but if we're going by, you just got to be famous. There's the three.
Yes.
We're good, and that's what Willie and Dylan and those that are close are hoping that Mangione is of star quality enough to fulfill the third, so they're safe for a minute.
We need someone who can go by one name. I mean, maybe it's Cher.
Well, Cher. No, she sucks the life out of 22-year-old boys. She's going to live forever.
Ozzy and Hulk. All you got to do is say that, and you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hulk died. Hell, you could go both. You say Hogan.
Well, The Rock's staying home today.
Like you could think about that. If someone just said Hulk, you knew they were talking about Hulk Hogan.
Well,
and if they said Hogan, chances are good they were talking about Hulk Hogan.
Well, we did lose the last living member of Hogan's Heroes 2 days ago.
I mean,
can we count him?
I don't think so.
All of Hogan's Heroes are dead.
I mean,
and
then Hogan dies the next day.
And then Hulk Hogan, and then we lose Chuck Mangione. I mean,
I don't know.
will 2025 ever end?
Damn it.
Only July.
It's only July.
Gosh, taking all of our nice things. Yeah, the Hulkster is.
He was a professional wrestler, and when you put that lens on what he did for 50 years, then both the positives and negatives can make sense. He was a professional wrestler. This was his job to stir things up. Sometimes he didn't do it on purpose, but it was part of the life.
The thing about the Hulkster is you can give credit and say, yeah, this is like one of the guys who really, probably the guy who really put pro wrestling into the public vernacular. Like it was a kind of an underground thing before Hulk Hogan came along.
83 when he slammed Andre the Giant. He took over wrestling. That was still kind of an insular thing, but because he did that, he got on Rocky, and things changed.
Thunderlips. What was that?
Yeah.
Thunderlips.
But also, I mean, you can't forget that he also later in life showed that he throws the N-word around like it's no big deal.
At least once.
You can. Oh no! I think
saying,
one sound clip there was like 3 or 4.
Well, I mean, in one instance. Anyway.
Yes.
I mean, he has. I don't know. It's either. It's part of the painting, and
yes.
I will recall that just as much as I will recall the Rocky movies and all the Super Slams and all those that were the biggest sporting events in the world. That guy's been part of my professional and personal life for as long as I can remember. And there's not a lot of guys I can say that about. That's 40 years of public eye. And I defy anyone to survive 40 years of public scrutiny without something.
Well, there's Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, there might be, if you think of those that have been part of your life that you have followed for more than 20 years, the people that have stayed completely out of any kind of public trauma or drama.
LeBron James.
I was going to say LeBron and Steph hadn't been here long enough, but I assume in that minute.
Derek Jeter. Like there's been...
Well, Derek had a couple of things. No, Derek never did.
No,
Derek.
He was a single man who had sex.
Yeah, and
like,
even that. But in some eyes, that's a negative. But no, you're right. In the grand scheme, that was pretty minor. Right. But then, again, the numbers you can count. It's a what 3-5%.
Yeah.
So
it's a small amount.
So I'm not going to hold anything against him other than what I would hold any other human being. I didn't hold him in high regard, but I certainly appreciated everything that he did. I'm not going to fault the preacher. And because the word that came out for the most part wasn't bad. He did a good job. Kids looked up to him, and eat your Wheaties and
he took say your prayers and take your vitamins.
And so all that stuff that plays into it too. I'm not going to. I mean, if you're going to hold the negative, you got to give him some positive. And the sum total was this guy was an entertaining character for about 50 years. Well, I hold him in the highest regard and tell kids be like him. No.
The funniest thing about Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan, when he was 30, looked about the same as he did when he died.
It is crazy.
Like he always,
Right?
like his hair was always the same. He always had.
He was
handlebar
always
mustache.
balding and stringy.
Yeah, had the.
The handlebar
but,
mustache.
like,
yeah.
Really kind of not who you would expect to be like a superstar. Like guys who look like Hulk Hogan, guys who have the bozo ring hair and a standalone mustache. Even in the 80s, he was not traditionally handsome. And that's who we would have thought would
He's
have
a
been
big dude.
Oh,
first
yeah,
of all,
yeah,
he's a
yeah.
very imposing cat. I mean, when you see him in person, he looks like
He is a big
everything
dude.
you would be afraid of.
But you would have thought like if pro wrestling was going to have a face, it wouldn't be a 30-year-old bald guy.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree with that because that doesn't sustain. It was the personality that makes the wrestler. I mean, there's been a lot of good-looking wrestlers that flash in the pan. This cat had it for a long, and managed to reinvent and redo all the things that we hold our greatest entertainers, the ones that have stayed. I mean, this is the first comparison that comes to my mind. Like Madonna. Madonna has adapted over and over and changed her look and changed her stuff. And so did the great ones are able to ride the tide. And for 40 years, this cat's been part of my, like I said, professional and private life. Very few have managed to do that. That speaks to something.
Yeah. The Hulkster also was, it was amazing. He got by his whole career with basically one gimmick.
Pretty much.
Like where he gets beat up and then the crowd starts cheering for him and
the formula.
starts shaking his head.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and wins. And then he kicks you in the face and drops a leg on you, the big
first
leg.
he hammers his head into the turnbuckle. You know, he starts beating himself about the head and neck to get himself going. Then he beats the crap out of you. And God save America.
Yes,
and all
and
that
as
is great.
soon as you hit him and he does this,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
you know, oh
you
no,
start crying inside.
what have I done? It's like the people who like
Get out of here.
yeah, they hit Michael Myers 3 times with a bat, and then the 4th time he grabs the bat.
Oh yeah.
That's when you go, oh no.
Sorry. I didn't mean that.
Given what he did as far as the union stuff, and given the audio of the racist stuff, I'm really curious to hear over the next 24, 36 hours what his contemporaries say about it. The other wrestlers that were part of it, are they going to speak
He's
well of
not
him?
popular amongst wrestlers.
Yeah, so that.
I mean, there are people who I think I saw Ric Flair who said some nice things about him, but like
for the most part, he was the biggest dude, and he wasn't gonna share.
there were a lot. You know what? This is really kind of an apt comp. The other wrestlers looked at Hulk Hogan the way lady basketballers look at Caitlin Clark. They didn't understand why this guy was getting the push that he was getting. Like there were other wrestlers who had cut their teeth in smaller shows and like really come up in the sport, didn't understand why this guy
Really?
was the megastar. Like they didn't get it.
And then he kept the money on top of that.
Yes.
He wouldn't allow revenue sharing and all that.
Yes.
So yeah, he's not going to be spoken well of, and that does speak to the character of a man. I'll give you that. The ones that he worked with closest didn't like him.
No, and then like you can find it on Twitter, the last appearance of Hulk Hogan where he was trying to hawk his Great American Beer.
Is that where he got booed?
Yeah, the fans were all booing him, and most of those fans are probably of an age where they never even saw
Probably.
Hulk Hogan. You know, like they just all they know is that's the Hulkster. He said the N-word.
And that age, they check out, man.
Yeah,
They're done with you. You're done.
I will say I also kind of never understood how Hulk Hogan got so popular because he's not a very good wrestler. Like he didn't do any like cool moves. He was just a big, strong guy who got beat up and then he shaked his head.
He ripped his shirt off.
Well, yeah, but it was always pre-torn.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still.
Yeah, I guess he had specially made
Guarantee you, all
shirts.
of us at one point tried to do it, and it wasn't already
it's
pre-ripped.
not that easy.
And you go, "Wow, this guy's really strong."
Yeah, well,
Then you realize, wait a minute, it's already cut.
Yes, the Hulkster was very strong. You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. I don't know if this has been reported anywhere, but I believe Hulk Hogan may have used steroids.
No,
Yeah.
he was natural, man. That's
I
those
believe,
pythons.
I believe he may have used performance-enhancing drugs, and those were like
And that was the secret to his ending.
It wasn't just vitamins.
Well, the heart attack at what is he? 71?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 71, I think.
Those weren't B12 shots.
Yeah.
No. The
71 with back acne.
He kind of like it's funny you say like you don't want to judge him based on that, but like Donald Sterling, when I say Donald Sterling, all we think about is the way he went out, right?
Yeah.
Like because he got caught on video saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Like saying racist stuff, and that's like, well, not only was it like the end of him as, first of all, he wasn't all that respected anyway, but I mean, he was like banned from the NBA. Like,
and rightfully so.
But the Hulkster was still showing up on pro wrestling TV.
Well, by the time he did that, things had gone, and he I think that ended it. I mean, he was waning anyway. His time was done, but he still played a role up until the end. But by that point, that came out. The porn had come out. The Trump stuff was going on. I think that his reign was over. You know, he had, by design and by choice, eliminated a lot of a young audience. But I will counter that with the good Hulk back in the 90s that kids grew up watching. That was Eat Your Wheaties, Go to School, and All America stuff. So there's a lot of kids that, despite the message was good. Yeah. So I will counterbalance that as a very flawed human being who was spectacular at what he chose to do. And if you hold that frame, yeah, he had lots of great issues. Will there be memorials set to him? No. But there's a lot of people made a lot of money and a lot of growth in an entertainment sector that would not have happened but for him.
Now, that is true. All right, let's take a break. That is enough of a tribute to the Hulkster, I think. A real American. He is a real American.
Man, anybody who gets their own action figure, I'm down with.
Fight for the rights of every man. He is a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for his life. Bum, 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 ba-na-na-na. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Yeah, it was bad before.
Come on, Vic. You love that song. All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94. The College of Healthcare Professionals and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We did pick up the road work at 35 southbound Randolph Boulevard on down to Loop 410. Still closed, though. I-10 upper level eastbound Woodlawn to Culebra closed with construction. And road work continues on 1604 westbound. That off-ramp to get onto Northwest Military Highway. The exit ramp is still blocked, but the main lanes have reopened. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Some Guns N' Roses.
Oh, you want to hear some Guns N' Roses? Actually, would you like to talk to Axl Rose himself?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Why
Axl,
not?
come here. Come here, Axl.
Put on my Pop-Tart, baby. Oh! Sound like a friend of mine on the telephone.
I just want to tell you, I'm sitting here laughing my tail off.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Vic has dedicated all the music today to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Wish we could turn back time.
Yeah. And don't say the N-word.
Back when you were teamed up with
Yeah.
Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Kabuki.
The great Kabuki.
Remember that?
Yeah. I
And
was just
Kamala?
saying back in I think it was 1983. I know it was, actually, the summer of 83.
Okay.
I think, the Iron Sheik was wrestling in this region.
Okay.
And
yeah, I remember the Iron
he
Sheik.
there was a tag team match. It was him and Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Right.
And they were wrestling Cowboy Scott Casey and Ivan Putski. And it was a big deal. The Polish Hammer, they took it to him, too. Yeah. Finally, they took care of the Ugandan giant.
What?
They took him down.
They beat the Sheik and Kamala?
Right overcame bad.
That's wild. Yeah, I was telling Rob during the break, the Iron Sheik used to come on my show all the time, and and talk about anytime we wanted to get him charged up, because he was legitimately a crazy person, the Iron Sheik, and he would go off on tangents.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine.
And when you would say something about Hulk Hogan, like I would always make up lies about Hulk Hogan, like saying something about him. Like I would say that Hulk Hogan came on my show, even though Hulk Hogan was not coming on my show with any regularity. I had talked to Hulk Hogan one time in my whole life.
Okay.
But I would always say, "Oh, we had Hulk Hogan on this week, and this is what he said about you, Sheik." And then the Iron Sheik would just lose his mind. He hated Hulk Hogan so much.
I didn't realize that was going on until recently. I didn't know he was hated.
Oh yeah. The Iron Sheik hated Hulk Hogan.
I figured it was an act.
No, it was not. It was not. He actually.
It wasn't.
No, no. Those old school dudes, they did not like Hulk Hogan. And remember, when Hulk Hogan when he became the champion, like the guy, the Iron Sheik was like the champion before him.
Yeah, he was a big deal.
And he was like the big noise.
Because it was, got to keep in mind, it represented the times. And in the early 80s, we were dealing with Iran.
Yes.
So he was the arch villain of the time.
Oh, yes. But yeah, the Hulkster passes away.
Good riddance. Rest in peace and good riddance.
Yeah, I like I said, he's a big part of my childhood. I can certainly say that, but also does not seem to have been the best person either. So you can't feel too bad.
He probably cheated at golf.
More than likely.
Probably
unless he was playing with the president, and then
there's no cheating.
He understood. Yeah, we keep accurate scores here. Accurate
Pack
scores.
Your foot wedge.
I guess let's start today's sporting stuff with what's going on at camps around the league as we get ready to go out to camp tomorrow. I guess we won't actually go to anything until Sunday, right?
Was there an update on Fields?
They said it's a toe injury, and it's not considered to be a major injury.
Yeah, he's day-to-day.
Although,
still,
aren't we all?
I will say, if you hurt your toe,
does he have the Thompson toe?
He doesn't have the hook toe.
No, not quite that. Thank God.
Now talk to me in 30 years. He'll get one. It's coming.
That's a career ender.
It's coming, but he doesn't have it yet.
That's a career
ender. That'll make you hang him up.
Justin, I hate to break this bad news to you, but you've got what's referred to as Thompson toe.
Yeah, it was hook toe, but we're going to name. The worst thing ever is to be named for a disease. This is so bad. We're going to name this after you. You can now have Thompson toe.
Oh, no. What can I do, Doc?
Nothing.
There's nothing to be done. We can put you in an orthopedic brace that will hold all your toes straight.
You don't want that.
But it's going to be very difficult for you to get around. We could amputate.
So just walk funny and call it a strut.
And always wear closed-toed shoes. That's good. Unfortunately, you'll never be able to wear.
It's a legal matter, and we're now going to hand you this. We've already gotten the order from a judge.
Yeah,
you're going to have to never leave the house. You can never be in public with open-toed shoes.
No, that's it. Now the big joke was 2 days ago when Jackson Dart threw his first pass at Giants training camp.
It was a pick six.
It was a pick six. Well, yesterday, Aaron Rodgers threw his first pass as a Pittsburgh Steeler, also picked off. And of course, Rodgers said, Relax. I just got it out of the way. That's it. That was my only interception of the year. I'm good now. Don't worry. But yeah, I think Jackson Dart and Aaron Rodgers may have very similar seasons. Actually, could be very similar years for those two guys. The other big news out of a camp yesterday was what's going on with the Raiders. Christian Wilkins has been released. Now he is a defensive tackle who last year signed a pretty hefty deal. 4 years, $110 million, with almost $85 million guaranteed. Jeez. Now, when they released him yesterday, he was released with the designation of terminated vested veteran.
Yeah. That's not, that term is used maybe once every 3 or 4 years. This is a drastic step.
And because now he had a Jones fracture, which he suffered in his left foot last October. I don't know what that is, similar to Thompson foot.
Very much.
This is a Jones fracture in his foot, though. And because of how Wilkins did the rehab, the Raiders voided the last $35 million of guaranteed money left on his contract.
Think about the legal ramifications of doing that. You have to be very, very confident that you've got him every way to Sunday. I mean, this is if they're wrong, they will lose a lawsuit, and not only will they have to pay him, there will be punitive damages to follow. You've got to be very comfortable with canceling this contract.
Well, what the Raiders did, what the Raiders doctors told him, you need to get another surgery, and he said, I don't need another surgery, I ain't getting it. And then the Raiders said, okay,
goodbye.
You're failing to maintain your physical condition, and they said, you are now cut, and the contract is voided. Now, Wilkins, from when that happened, he had 50 days from June 4th to ask the Players Association to file a grievance.
And here we go.
Yesterday was day 50, and he said, let's do it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who's got a better case here. I will say if multiple doctors told him he needed another surgery and he said he wasn't getting it.
My assumption is he was trying to negotiate a buyout. My assumption is in this 50 days, his people and their people were saying, well, we won't. Maybe you pay me $30 million and I go away. You don't have to pay me at all, and I'll leave and go forge my future elsewhere that nobody going to ask me to get a foot surgery. But that evidently did not work.
But he had 3 years left on this deal. I mean, I don't think the Raiders they don't want to pay this guy a bunch of money to go away. He's 29 years. It's not like he's an old washed up dude. Like, this is a guy who they thought really could contribute to their team. And if he's not taking his rehab seriously, or I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if he's not taking it seriously, or he's just not doing things the way that their doctors recommended he do it. They said, all right, beat feet, you gone.
And I think they'll be able to stand on it. Again, they have to be very comfortable in the fact that the Players Association is going to bring some sort of grievance. You know that's coming. That's just a de rigueur kind of thing, that they'll be able, when they do go in front of an arbiter, they will be able to supply enough evidence and enough doctors to say he needs this surgery.
Yeah, this is certainly an ongoing saga.
Think of the money involved.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big deal.
We'll have more on this hopefully as the weeks unfold. All right, let's hit a break. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Dak Prescott said winning a Super Bowl is what drives him. We will talk about that on The Blitz today starting at 2.
That sounds like a comedy, kind of like Happy Gilmore 2. We're going to have a special guest. His name is Chris Tatone. He is Adam Sandler's brother-in-law to talk about the movie.
Happy Gilmore 2. Is Sandler not available?
I guess not. Tatone is. We'll have him.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We did pick up the road work at 35 southbound Randolph Boulevard on down to Loop 410. Still closed, though. I-10 upper level eastbound Woodlawn to Culebra closed with construction. And road work continues on 1604 westbound. That off-ramp to get onto Northwest Military Highway. The exit ramp is still blocked, but the main lanes have reopened. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Looking for a place with character, cold drinks, and real Texas charm? Pull up a chair at the Lion and Rose in the Dominion. This local favorite, run by the Tharp family, serves up Southern hospitality, military pride, and seriously good food. Happy hour daily from 3 till 7 p.m. with $2.50 drafts, select wine, wells, and mimosas. Plus, tasty bites from just $5. Big screens, bold flavors, and a patio made for post-game hangs. Now open at 23330 West I-10. The Lion and Rose.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glowing Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frostbank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Joel, I'm proud to introduce my latest in-summer relaxation relief-cation. I call it the Quarter Moon Grill and Go. It's a stainless steel propane gas grill with this, a full-size urinal. If you're gonna grill and you gotta go, it's the Grill and Go.
Folks, at Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, we fix plumbing and AC issues fast and at a fair price. 210-651-5899.
Grill and
go away, Nigel. Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
Carbach Brewing kicking off the summer with their Music to Your Beer campaign to keep you listeners in San Antonio in a Love Street state of mind. Love Street's got 2 great giveaways going on. Carbach's giving away a custom pair of Love Street Air Force Ones designed by a local artist. Get you stepping into the summer in style. On top of that, you can head down to your favorite watering hole and look for the Love Street Beer Rep. They might be able to hook you up with 2 credits to your Touch Tunes account so you can get the whole bar celebrating summer. You want details on that? Check it out at carbachbrewing.com. And if Love Street's not your thing, that's all right. There's something for everybody in the Carbach lineup. Hopadillo, fantastic IPA. That's their flagship IPA. You can even find the Double Dillo right now. That's Hopadillo Imperial for a limited time, but you can find that out and about in the wild as well. Ziegenbach celebrating the great taste of Texas summer. Chance for listeners to win a grill for their backyard. You can find that online at Carbach Brewing as well. Check them out, guys. carbachbrewing.com.
Hi, Dr. Damaso Oliva Jr. here, candidate for Rayfail 77. I invite you to join us for the 170 Grander Poker Tournament on Saturday, August 2nd. Proudly sponsored by Thomas J. Henry and benefiting the Rayfail 77 Scholarship Fund. We're putting $170,000 on the table, and it could be yours. The top women's and men's finishers each win $50,000. Register now at TexasHold'emSA.com.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
A lot of people asking if we can count Theo Huxtable as the third in the 3-man triumvirate.
Well, then we're at 4.
Who's the 4th?
Mangione.
Oh. Well, I'm asking.
That would mean we're beginning another 3, and we don't want that.
Well, so what I was saying is, if I don't believe Chuck Mangione is a big enough star to fill out a triumvirate like that, do we think Theo Huxtable is?
Well, I can tell you the last time I thought of Theo Huxtable, it was about him playing in a band with Chuck Mangione.
That whole band is dead now.
They're all gone.
Unfortunately.
No, I think that they're of equal merit. So I think we've begun another 3. We have to worry about 2 more to go.
So the Hulkster is the first, or is Mangione the third?
Well, we could.
Or the first?
I think Mangione would have been
first?
the third. Well, Mangione died before, and Theo died over the weekend.
Yeah.
He was. Well, I think he was last.
But with,
Mangione, I think was last, and now Hulk is first.
Okay, so you think Hulk, the most recent, we're starting a new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be my guess, because they're moderately famous. We normally throw those in there.
Yeah, I feel bad for Ozzy. Ozzy got stuck with some B-listers, if that's the case.
You look at a Hall of Fame induction. Not everybody can be Michael Jordan. I'd like to. Did anybody remember who went in the class with Michael?
No, guess not. No. But yeah, I always try to.
You want to time your death around people that weren't nearly as famous as you.
That's the problem with me is what I do is I say, oh no, he's not famous enough to count. He's not famous. Like, it's such a terrible
Just kicking
thing.
dirt on him as he's dead.
I know.
Give him his due. He's famous enough to count.
I'm like, yeah.
He's part of the curse.
Yeah, I guess.
Because Mangione like, I'm not famous.
No, yeah.
He don't take me.
Like someone had said. there was some celebrity chef who died.
Oh, yeah. She actually counts, I think.
I don't think she counts either.
I know who she is. The blonde one. And it was
Ann
like,
Burl.
Yeah, I don't know her.
She's Food Network famous.
Yeah,
so.
I don't watch Food Network. So
But, I mean, she's famous. So we might be well in our way. Well, maybe we need one more. Maybe it's only one more dead. If we count her, there's a lot of B-list stars that are going to breathe easier.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah. Now, there's a story on Yahoo Entertainment about the celebrity death rule of threes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And when you click the updated version of it,
So
it's got
they're counting. Oh, Theo counts.
Theo, Ozzy,
but
and the
no
Hulkster.
Mangione.
No.
That's bad. That's bad news.
Now, it says the celebrity rule of three is believed to have happened, or is believed to have started when Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper, well, they all died together. That doesn't count.
They died at the same moment.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
In 2018, Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, and Jackson Odell of the Goldbergs all died within days of one another, and people started talking about.
Well, if Jackson Odell,
yeah, I don't know that he should count either. Kelly Preston, Naya Rivera, and Regis Philbin all died within days of each other.
Oh yeah.
Who's Naya Rivera?
Again, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was the gal from Glee.
Maybe you get 2 + 1. That's what it is. You get 2 bigs and one other.
Prince, Chyna, the pro wrestling lady, and Doris Roberts all died in the same week. Is that big enough?
All popular lexicon.
Yeah. Tony Gwynn.
Oh, yeah.
Casey Kasem. Ruby D.
All right. Like I said, you get 2 + 1.
Yeah. I'm struggling
Isn't
to find.
Casey Kasem's head still driving around somewhere?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that one's not good enough. Oh, this was a good one. June 2009. Now, these are 3 very famous people.
Okay. In 2009.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, I remember. This was a rough week.
And Ed McMahon.
Yeah, it was a rough week.
That's a good one. That's a good 3 in 1 week. That's strong. 2016. Carrie Fisher. Princess Leia.
Leia, yeah.
George Michael.
Oh.
And,
almost Leia.
And Alan Thicke.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty. I'll take that one. Yeah. For the most part, though, it's usually like you said,
2 + 1.
2 + 1. 2 + 1 is usually what we get. So if that makes Theo the +1, I guess.
Yeah, he
unfortunately, which isn't really fair because the Hulkster called Theo the N-word right before he died.
Well, they're talking about it right now.
So maybe Hulkster should be the +1. No, but yeah, if someone super famous dies today, we'll let him be in the triumvirate, and that'll be a really powerful triumvirate.
And when Val Kilmer died, no one else died, right? It was just Val.
Well, I think that happens a lot.
Yeah, but Val by that point was a great big fat person, so he counted as 2.
Well, didn't he have cancer? Let's give him a break.
No,
throat cancer.
well, yeah, but he was before that. He even got to. I mean,
well, let's give him
he's
a break.
like
I just remember him being
swole up.
Yeah, but
he couldn't talk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He went the way of what's the guy's name? It was at one point like a Marlon Brando was like a big handsome Hollywood actor, and then he became like a big great fatso. Like that's what Val Kilmer was kind of. That's where he was headed. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap up the first hour of the show on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Will Dallas's Micah Parsons finally get his new deal while in Oxnard? We're there. And if he does, you'll hear about it first and in-depth right here.
You gonna have to earn that paycheck against me.
San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, California, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park. Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass on my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my doormat.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the software used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in. And don't forget that your Connecticut is also completely automatic.
Mean I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Connecticut water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. ConnecticutSA.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
There's a lot of people that are on this earth because of this song.
Right?
So let's not knock it too much. When you think of how
Are you one of them?
When you think, when you think about
Is this how you got here?
Think about the year, the biggest song.
This was a big song
in the late '60s, but I think I was born before this one. This was huge. I think this might have been #1 in the country. This is Herb Alpert and Rise.
This sounds like
a Love Boat theme. Yes,
I was gonna say it sounds like an intro to a game show or something.
This was. This was a. Yeah, I might be here, but not for this. No. And a glimmer in my daddy's eye.
What an odd song to be a big hit.
It was a different time.
It was.
Bell bottoms.
Google the record. Google the album. Google you'll see why. You had to buy it.
Well, what's the
as a young man?
What's
the
the
record
name of
cover,
the album?
Just Herb Alpert Rise, and and you'll see her in the soap suds, and you're like, I see why this sold so well.
Let's see.
This is background music to Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Well, the record, the Herb Albert Rise, the record is him like standing up against a wall.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different Herb Albert record.
No, this is hold on.
Oh, here's where he really breaks it down, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenny G had a hit later on. I mean, this kind of
Kenny G also sucks, though.
Well, I'm just saying, this kind of musical thread isn't dead. It just kind of shows up every now and again.
It should just go away.
As a music appreciator, I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's not for me.
It's not for you.
Soft rock.
Not for me.
Rin says, "What song is it? I can't hear it. I'm on YouTube." Yeah, you're not missing out today.
Herb Albert Rise.
You're not missing out. Man, in the next segment, at the top of the hour, I really want to dig into what is going on at UTSA.
A developing story, really, that really kind of hit last night.
Which might end up being a huge story. Yeah. We'll see how big it gets, but it feels like it's on its way to something.
It has the look and feel of something that will have some traction.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a lot of whys, and it's like an onion. It's a layered story.
And we're at the outer layer. Literally, this broke.
That's right.
We don't know much more than the initial story, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next 24, 36 hours.
So we'll find out exactly what's going on coming up in the next segment, or we'll start talking about it. A 12-year-old Little League player,
baseball, softball,
baseball. Was suspended from the New Jersey State Final after a bat flip celebration. He had a 2-run homer in the top of the 6th on July 16th, was ejected from the game, and received a 1-game suspension. His family took legal action, as the suspension would have kept him out of the championship round that started Thursday night between Haddonfield and Elmora. And the way it's worked out, the judge, Robert Mailstein, says, "I think the easy answer for the court is that there is immediate and irreparable harm that would befall this youth. He can't get this game back. So they're going to let him play. What? No punishment for his bat flip, even though that's against the Little League code."
A little outrageous in the initial part, and then it got more outrageous.
Rocco started the game on the bench, but was later inserted at third base, batted in the bottom of the first inning, but struck out, and Haddonfield went on to lose 10-0. They play their second game tonight against Ridgewood. The winner of the state championship round advances to the regionals and earns a chance to advance from there to the Little League World Series. So this kid, think about that. Their family sued so their kid could play a Little League game.
Because he can't get that back.
He'll never get that back.
I mean, he's 12. He'll never play again. This is it. It seems a little outrageous that you would sit a kid down for a bat flip, but I don't know the circumstances behind that. Has he done it before? Or was he warned right beforehand? Like, if you do this, do it one more time.
I don't know.
He didn't hit anybody with a bat, did he?
Well, he just flipped it, and
that's it.
He did the trot around the bases.
All I know is, like, again, I had no experience with Little League until I got to Nevada, and the Little League scene there is very big. Like, it's a you know, they've gone to the Henderson's gone to the Little League World Series a couple years in a row, including when my son was 12. He was he offered a spot on the team, and he actually chose to come hang out with me instead. What a guy, right?
Man,
but
what a son.
It's different than travel ball. Like, in club ball, there's a lot of showmanship and things. These are all kids who have the $400 bats, and they've got sliding mitts and all that drip. Little League, they try to present it as more of a like the old timers wanted to present it. They try not to have the bat flipping and things like that.
Have you seen Little League here
I know. I'm saying, but that's what they try.
Maybe at Henderson they were like that. Not here.
That's what Little League, the overriding government of Little League, tries to do.
I don't think that memo made it to San Antonio.
No?
No, I don't think they're doing a lot of – I think there's a fair amount of drip and $400 bats walking around our –
Oh, yeah. They all have Travis Scott cleats and Jordan 1 cleats, and it's unreal, man.
When my the Henderson Little League, when they wanted to send their junior team to the championship, they asked my son to play because he was young enough.
Okay.
And he hadn't played any Little League. And they put him on a Little League team. He had to play on a team for a week before he could play with that all-star team. And he was out there hitting nukes like Babe Ruth. And parents were complaining about him. It was so great.
Birth certificate now!
So great. All right, we'll talk about UTSA on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
The best mornings in the morning light start with Wrangler. I pull on my jeans and I feel all right. Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the entire job, all from one partner. To get access to over 3 million products, including many products you won't find in our stores. It's time to get delivery on your schedule or next day on over 50,000 products. And time to get dedicated support on the job site or in our stores. From ordering to planning, we've got you. One partner, any job, all in. Ask about all we can now do at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
How much is the table dance these days?
Every penny's worth of your $150.
$150.
And if you don't have $150,
right?
Just talk to my friend Janice.
Okay.
She's in your price range. She is a big girl. She's got that lazy eye. Ooh.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards the master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chevy.
Do you need to get rid of things like furniture, mattresses, tires, and appliances? San Antonio has 4 drop-off centers for residential bulky items conveniently located around the city, open 5 days a week except holidays. Visit sarecycles.org. This service is free for solid waste customers that pay the environmental fee on their CPS energy bill, including customers that live in apartments. Visit sarecycles.org for hours, locations, and accepted materials. That's sarecycles.org.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards the master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chevy.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got a new trouble spot downtown 35 southbound Cesar Chavez Boulevard. This wreck is in the right lane. On I-10 frontage road eastbound at Crossroads, that wreck is still there. It's got the roadway reduced to one lane. On Loop 410 eastbound as you approach Blanco Road, disabled vehicle, right lane blocked. And we've got this closure on I-10 upper level eastbound Woodlawn to Calabria. This is due to road work, overnight road work. It's got you slow from Fresno. 1604 westbound, the off-ramp to get onto Northwest Military Highway, that is blocked with road work. The main lanes, though, are open, have reopened. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Big news in the college sports world as President Donald Trump signed an executive order yesterday for college sports to regulate the business. It will preserve NIL deals while ensuring women's and non-revenue sports aren't left behind. Dallas Cowboy camp continues as Micah Parsons' contract drama rolls on. Two players who've gone through the very same situation, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, both expressed that he's deserving of the extension and they hope that he'll get paid soon. Don't we all? I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And news broke yesterday about UTSA quarterback Owen McCown having a conversation with safety from Michigan, Taj Rael.
Memphis State.
Yeah,
or Memphis.
Memphis, yeah.
We got to put this conversation into context.
Yes.
Because this is a very pivotal time in the season last year in 2024. The UTSA was on the ropes trying to get bowl eligible. They're playing a good team in Memphis, a must-win situation.
Yeah. This was a November 2nd game. You're right. UTSA the season was really kind of getting away from them. And the season sort of turned when UTSA beat Memphis. They beat them 44-36
in overtime.
And now we are seeing leaked text messages between Taj Rael, who is now at Purdue. He transferred up. Actually, he actually started at Old Dominion, transferred up to Memphis, and has since transferred up to Purdue. But when this was at this time, he was playing for Memphis. He sent Owen McCown the defensive playbook that they were going into that UTSA game with. Now, maybe if you look at what UTSA had done offensively up to that point, and then you say, oh, they scored 44 points against Memphis, how could that happen? Well, now we kind of know how it happened.
Well, the funny part about this was post-game, the players kind of felt like the Memphis defense specifically talked about, kind of felt like they knew the sets we were in. Kind of felt like when we would check into stuff, they knew what we were doing.
Rael was the thought was that he left the team in October, but a source close to the Memphis program has said that he was actually dismissed from the team, which could be the motivating factor here. But in the DM, he talks about the weak link in Memphis's defense. They've got an injured safety, and they're saying that, so with this guy out, you got someone to target.
He's number 0. So who was number 0 on the Memphis roster last year? Because your boy was talking about you.
And a player from that Memphis game said, we're on the field and their offense has every check for every single one of our defenses.
Like, wait a minute, this is weird. And you can tell sometimes, like, dude, they know our plays.
Yes. So I guess the question becomes,
is this a sin? And who sinned most?
I mean, this is certainly a sin. Anytime there's insider information being passed around and on games that you can bet money on, it's a sin.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Because it means that the game was somehow tampered with or fixed. I think you have to consider this a sin. Now, my question is this: how much of the sin lies at the feet of Owen McCown?
Or even by association, and the guilt by association is going to spread. As a player, how guilty are you of knowing? As a coach, how guilty are you of implementing? There's one thing to know. It's another thing to take it and use it.
Now, I will say this. The coaches at least can say they've got plausible deniability. Because the quarterback is he's the one, when he sees the defense, he's allowed to check down to whatever he wants. He can say, okay, well, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm going to check to.
I think you're giving a high school or college quarterback a little bit too much credit. You don't blame the coaches on this?
I'm saying that a lot of college quarterbacks have that freedom to check down when they get into a certain like when they see a certain defense on the field.
But you would have to have been coached to prep for that and to look for that and all of that. I mean, it's one thing to know. It's another thing to have it implemented. I laid the most is the guy that gave it up, and then there are coaches that if you took it and used it, I don't know, man.
I'm saying that,
I don't know.
Like, you don't really need a coach to implement. I mean, because like I said, he showed him basically the sets. Like, he's saying, okay, when they're lined up like this, this is what they're running.
This is one group of text messages, but we're talking about the entire playbook.
Yeah.
If McCown had the whole playbook, you get the sense he gave it to the coaches.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe.
But well, there's the maybe, right?
There's plausible deniability at least.
It's either all okay or all bad.
Oh, it's not okay. And as AAC Media Day started yesterday, so that's got. I mean, I would imagine that's going to dominate. That's going to dominate the entire, the media, whatever AAC Media Days. It has to dominate because this is such a huge story. Now, what are the repercussions? Again, the guy who's guilty of this is already gone.
And Purdue's already said they have no concern.
Purdue they don't care. They're like, that sounds like a Memphis problem. So really what it boils down to, is there anything that's going to be done here at UTSA? My thought is no.
I don't know. Like I said, it's either all or nothing on this. You can't go partial, like we're kind of mad at you. You either fixed the game or you didn't. You either cheated or you didn't.
But I mean, again, this is...
If it's your boy talking to you with just this, if this is all that it is, this go between, like, hey, man, my Zero's got bad hammy. Watch him. He doesn't shift. That's not nearly as bad as here's my playbook, and this is what we do on every third and short. And if we see you in the slot, this is what we do. And if we see, then we're starting to get into X's and O's kind of stuff. But at this part, what if it's just this? If this is all it is, look, my boy here, I haven't been with him, but I know Zero's hurt and he's running out of eligibility, so he's going to play no matter what. Be ready.
I guess my other thought is for Owen McCown, like how much of this is for him cheating versus just maybe morally objectionable.
See, that's if he did.
Because if you've got it, what do you do? I mean, yeah, I got it. Yeah, so I used the information I got. Like,
but if there's more than just this, then we got trouble. If there's like a literal translation or transfer of like official school materials, like I'm gonna send you the playbook. I'm gonna send you the digital version. If it's just this, man, I don't know.
Well, the way it looks is he sent him like
if
photos of his actual playbook.
Then at that point, you have crossed the line.
It does feel a little. It does feel a little shady.
Yes, it feels icky, and it feels like it's part of that netherworld of coaching and big-time sports that we don't like talking about it. The last time this kind of thing came up was the sign stealing, which turns out everybody was doing, but nobody really wanted to talk about. And I talk about my history in football. We all know what Belichick has done more than once.
Yeah.
I mean, the fake film crew to record a groundskeeper to record what was going on behind him, that's outlandish stuff. That's CIA stuff. So we didn't really knock him down. I mean, we didn't blame him for that. Has he suffered one iota? Not one.
No.
So there's that. We can talk about the Astros. We know that cheating is going on. It's just how do you want to define it? It is my time with Obes in Houston. We would go to Houston to cover training camp. He would buy out on his own dime all the hotel rooms that faced his field to practice.
That's how paranoid he was?
Yeah, so if you're that paranoid, you're projecting. That tells me you've done it. And he came right from the tree in New England. He worked for Belichick. Saban, they built apartments next to his practice field. Didn't he force them to build a wall so the people in the apartments couldn't look out and watch his teams practice on it daily? So when I hear all this and then I see this, I go, I think most coaches go, carry on. There's no story here. We don't want to talk about this.
I don't know that you can act like that.
I know that, but I think most coaches are like, well, kind of. Yeah, I'm a little upset knowing full well they've probably done something a little bit on the edge at some point in their coaching career where you go, I probably shouldn't know this.
I don't know what's going to I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of investigation into this now. The question is, will there be some sort of suspension? Will there be some sort of punishment? And I don't know. It's hard for me because, like, in my mind, I know this is cheating, but I don't know who you can punish.
Well, I think first and foremost, it's the dude that gave up the playbook.
But
know
he's
that's
unpunishable by the conference because he's not in the conference.
But so if you start looking at culpability, the first guy that's culpable is the one that gave up the book.
Right.
Now, when you received it, how you used it, chain of command or chain of custody, who knew it and when, and who passed it to whom, and at what point was it implemented? Did they use an actual picture of that he was sent in practice or prep? Did they show that to the rest of the team? Like, look. This is something from their playbook. If they did, we're starting to get into that kind of Watergate, like everybody's involved. You know,
yeah.
Depends on how many threads the American Conference wants to pull on this.
Yeah, and I will say this: if you're the American Conference, why would you want to?
That's what I'm saying. So,
or why wouldn't you? I mean, I
don't want to chase this,
but if you did want to pull threads, whose side do you want to take?
Well,
remember Memphis, the team that just tried to leave your conference and got rejected,
or UTSA, your bell cow. Which is, you know, the story of why you're a member of the American. You can come from nowhere and actually become a football team, a program.
But Memphis is also the biggest program in their I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen out of this.
I don't think. I think most of the coaches seriously are kind of like, yeah, this is bad, but I don't want to talk about it. Let's carry on about it. Let's deal with it. What the matters at hand.
This is going to be ugly next year for sure when these two teams play each other.
Well, keep in mind, we're going to get a good taste of what the conference feels today.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, the UTSA, everybody's in the same building. It's going to be the point of conversation all day long, and we'll see how the conference commissioner and all the ADs and all that handle it because it's going to be the news of the day, at least around that building.
44-36 in a game where
it turned the tide. UTSA got bowl eligible, carried on, and didn't look back.
Yep, they went 3-1 from there on out.
And at that point, wasn't Owen McCown kind of interchangeable at quarterback too? Wasn't he finding his depth?
He
had
already
the gig?
been. Okay. Yeah, he was already the guy. But again, and he'll be back this year as well.
Oh, yeah.
He's starting August 30th, going over there to College Station. Now, will he have a playbook? I don't know. But you should all be worried.
The angry Aggies.
Is there any angry Aggies that you know of?
I'm sure there's
transferred
always
out.
How's Shamar Stewart doing? Does he have access to?
Does
he have access to playbooks?
They're still tight.
He's happy Aggie.
Yeah, I don't know who else. Alexander, or here we go. Ram says if the AC wants to be represented in the playoff, drop the investigation. I mean, that's a good point.
Carry on about your business, boys.
Alexander says never good when your team's associated with cheating. No, it's not. It's not a good look for anybody, quite frankly. There's no.
Is it cheating or just having a little bit of a gainful advantage fall in your lap? I didn't go out and try to get this. The guy gave it to me.
Listen, it's like I always said, like, sign stealing in baseball is not cheating. Sign stealing is that's part of the game. Now, once you start using electronic means, you're like hacking into computers. That's or things like that. That's different. Or you're using some sort of electronic thing to signal. You're beating on trash cans. That's different. But if your catcher is loose with his signs and I'm on second base and I pass my information to the hitter, that's not cheating. I've coached 13, 14, 15-year-old kids to do exactly that. Like if you see a sign, if you know a fastball's coming and you're on second base, you dangle your arm with your leadoff.
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's baseball.
And if you know a curveball's coming, you rub your hands together. Yeah. Like that's baseball.
I mean, I want third, second skin and all that. Yes, that's baseball. That's part of it. That's part of it. But that same very idea about sign stealing. You can't do it from the stands. You can't hire somebody to do that. No. We only know that now because that was done up until, 2 years ago? Where coaches were from Michigan, we know it's been documented, flying those guys sitting in the stands, taking what was available, didn't do anything outlandish other than focus a video camera on the coaches instead of the game.
DVS says no proof the defensive playbook was used.
Well, we don't know yet.
No,
it's
still early. There's not, but it's not it certainly opens up a conversation.
But to assume that in the history of college football, that one player who knew another player on another team didn't call him and say, hey, my boy's limping, and go at him.
Yeah.
To think that has never happened, I bet it happens once a week.
Well, and also remember, this guy was in competition with that player. Like, that's the guy who beat him out in a competition.
All of this, I think, is relatively common. Now, the fact that there is a text kind of trail,
right?
That's a bit concerning. But I imagine there's probably 1,000 of those too. I'm angry that I'm talking about it, but I'm not surprised it did, and I'm really not all that upset.
Ray says UTSA could have reported the incident when they received the playbook, but they didn't. But that's the other thing. There has to be proof that someone other than Owen McCown got the playbook.
Yes, they're a chain of custody. And that'll never be proven.
And if I'm Owen McCown, I say, I never told anyone about this. I knew some stuff, and I made checks at the line when I saw what they were doing. I never told my coaches about this. I never told my receivers about this. I never told anybody. This is all me.
Well, we act like this is going to go to trial.
Because, again, I don't know if what Owen McCown did is going to, I don't know if it's even punishable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Who's the center here? Taking the info that somebody texts you with, or the one that gave it?
It's certainly there's certainly a morality question about it, but is it actually cheating if someone hands you the playbook from the other team? I don't know.
Does Vegas think it is?
I'm sure Vegas would not be happy about this. I wonder, in hindsight, I'm gonna check during this break. I'm gonna see what the total was for that game, and see what the point spread was, and see how much was
it went
affected.
to overtime. I imagine.
No, it didn't go to overtime. No, it went overtime.
Well, at that score, I bet it was over.
All right, let's hit a break. We'll come back. We'll continue this discussion. It's Morning Huddle 94.1.
So many storylines to cover for you. Micah's contract, because there's always a contract. Dak's health. George Pickens edition. A whole new running back room. New look offense. Offensive line. New defensive scheme. We're bringing you all the latest on everything. All day! Live from Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Game day starts at home, and Romo Door Supply delivers the win. From sturdy entrance doors to stylish interiors, Romo's got what your home team needs. Visit RomoDoorSupply.com. Quality doors, unbeatable prices. That's RomoDoorSupply.com.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Everybody's looking forward to the weekend party and yeah! Looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to the weekend, everybody. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Us and Rebecca looking forward to the weekend. Cannot wait, friends. Happy Friday. Yay. Talking about UTSA right now, and where the line should be drawn, where it is drawn, I don't really know. I certainly know this is not right. Like there's something wrong here. I just don't know how culpable UTSA is going to end up being in this situation.
There's nothing going to come of this.
I tend to agree. I don't know, because I can't think of a way that they can punish them.
Well, nothing good comes from any of this.
No.
No one really wants to look other than Memphis fan.
It's just a bad look.
Yeah, it doesn't. But again, I think most of the pertinent characters in this, the ones that are either going to look at it and the ones that are involved in it, I don't think it's that surprising. I think it's more like, oh man, how'd they get those text messages? I mean, oh man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that coaches would do anything that would leave a paper trail. That even if they had done something illicit, that there would be any way to prove it.
Yeah. Going back to that game last year, the total in that game was 62.
Which is high already.
It's a high total, the highest of the season for a UTSA game, and that went well over. It was also Memphis -7, which
and when you pair that with the quote from, allegedly from Memphis players about they seem to be in a position to beat us no matter the set we were in.
Right.
You throw that all together, and there's justifiable fire with
sure. Let's see. Ray says, was betting involved?
Well,
we don't know.
Well,
I mean, I would assume.
There was money on the game.
There are people who bet on the game, yeah.
That's going to be a question that's asked. It has to be.
The result of the game was clearly affected by this.
Wasn't flagged by Vegas, though. We didn't get one of those, like, we don't think that there was a bunch of money pouring in. So I don't think it was that as far as but gambling, of course, was involved. Money was on the game.
Now, if that were the case, like if U.S. Integrity or whatever had gotten involved, now we'd be talking about, Owen McCown's in big trouble.
Well, I guarantee you they're going to go look back now and see if there was something screwy.
But chances are good. I mean, I think we would have heard about that already.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think this was more than a disgruntled player helping a boy out.
That's what it seems like to me. Which, again, immoral, yes.
I'm not even sure immoral.
Illegal?
I can't imagine you were on the team. You hate those guys. They've already cut you. You've been beaten out, and you call your friend and say, hey, man, the guy's limping. When they shift, go at him. That's just not that uncommon. It really isn't, especially if those were old.
If that's not uncommon, then
it's not. I mean, if you're amongst friends, but if that's all it is, then I'm not okay. But I go, all right. But if there's playbook and pictures, now we got a problem. Now this went from a couple of boys just texting each other to there was a plan. You implemented the plan. You stole it and you gave it to somebody else. Now that's something entirely different.
It's like if you get you're dishonorably discharged from the military and you go ahead and give like war secrets over to China.
Yeah, man, that's as bad as anything. But this doesn't appear to be that yet. Now, if it does turn out, we actually see the pictures that were sent from the playbook, and if those pictures were then somehow proven to be printed out onto hard copy, now we got a problem.
Yeah, a real.
Yeah, now we have a paper trail, but I don't imagine it'll ever get there, and I'm not sure, like I said, who really wants to get to the answers other than Memphis, and this was the same team, as you just mentioned, tried to get the hell out of the whole conference this week and got shut down.
Memphis may have been the ones who dug into this and found this. Like, they may have.
It wouldn't be shocking.
Like the fact that those comments came out, like it felt like they knew everything we were doing. Maybe they did some digging and said, "What about that guy? Remember him?" And maybe that's how they got to this.
Somehow they got the text chain. Somehow somebody saw it, and only people that had that text chain were McCown and the disgruntled player now at Purdue. Somebody gave that to somebody, unless there were more people on this text.
Right. Which
might be the thread you pull.
It could have been, yeah. Either way, we'll see what comes from this.
You know what? We were talking about this. This is bad for UTSA. No, this is a sign to me that you're in big-time football. You know, there's certain signs. Once you recruit your first felon and you say, nah, it was family circumstances, we're going to fix it. Once you do that, once you go through a cheating scandal, and once somebody tries to take your coach, you're a big-time football program.
Yeah, you've
so here
made
we
it.
sit, man. Y'all, congratulations.
You've made it.
Now we just need to get a player suspended for some kind of violent offense. Then we're talking big time, high D1.
Or
speeding.
Yeah,
a lot
traffic-related
If you're
offense.
racing up and down UTSA Boulevard, you want to be like Georgia. Now you're going to have to start breaking some significant traffic laws. But you know, in due time. We're still growing.
Oh, yeah. Memphis and UTSA do not play each other this year. So there will be no revenge match or anything like that. Now, someone said Ram says, which makes me think Memphis plotted this.
Well, the timing certainly has something to do with it.
I see. Here's the wildest part about that. I don't think Memphis Memphis, if not for that loss, Memphis would have been 11-1 and potentially been in the discussion for, you know, a playoff spot. Like when they lost that game, they were 7-1 going into that game.
Yeah, they've got a lot of grease in this, but
they were looking to win.
The timing, they knew. They didn't just find out yesterday.
No.
They knew. They dropped the bomb the day before Traylor and UTSA were going to show up.
This actually, it started to come out. Memphis, the Memphis fan site, whatever I don't know what they were called, reported this like a week ago. That it appears that there were a playbook was leaked to UTSA, and now they've got the screenshots. The day of, they've got the screenshots of it.
I'm really curious how they got the screenshots. There's only one way they could have gotten it is from the dude from Memphis. He shared that. He bragged about it. He did something.
Or I don't know. I don't know if there's. You could have subpoenaed some.
No, this didn't do anything. Is this a crime? That's not a crime. We didn't commit a crime.
Yeah,
not illegal. It's just immoral. I mean,
perhaps this player had a falling out with Owen McCown.
Something. Obviously, one of those two parties gave it up, unless, of course, there's more people on this text.
I can tell you who I don't trust, Taj Rael.
Yeah, that's the one that you fall back on. He's already stabbed somebody in the back. I don't know why he'd stop now.
Yeah, so if he was willing to, if I'm Owen McCown, this guy was willing to throw his whole team under the bus, the team that he was on, his brothers. There's no reason why he wouldn't throw you under the bus when the time came. But you're right. I mean, if these only two people had these things, Now it looks like it's a direct message of some sort. I don't know. I'm guessing Instagram or something like that. Yeah. I mean, maybe someone hacked it, but
I guess it's possible.
It seems more likely that Taj Rael gave him up.
Seems like this cat's out for the highest bidder. He's gone from ODU to Memphis to Purdue. He's continually rise. Sounds like he's a mercenary of some sort.
I want to know if Taj Rael is related to Kal-El, who is better
Superman.
known as Superman. Yeah, but I mean, if they are, they are in the same family tree. Now we're.
You'd think he'd be playing better than Purdue. I mean,
yeah, it's true.
It is Big Ten, but
it's true. But if
he was lightly recruited Superman,
if he were played at Georgia, everybody would know. They'd all recognize him. You know, like it'd be too much. Now he's gonna go dominate at Purdue, but yeah, he couldn't go to a big time program. Plus, he wanted to stay close to home, where his parents live in Kansas. Like it's
that's true.
You know,
I was gonna say home blew up,
but he didn't want to play for Kansas or Kansas State. That would have been disastrous. So he chose Purdue. He was also a big Drew Brees fan growing up, apparently. I don't know. I'm not sure how.
I think he chose poorly. Kansas State's going to Ireland to play a game.
That's true. Well, I mean, Superman can go to Ireland anytime he wants. He can fly, you know, and get there faster than an airplane, faster than a locomotive, even faster than a speeding bullet.
I've seen him reverse time.
I have too. If he
got to fly the wrong direction,
yeah, that's very difficult. And it makes him really tired.
So maybe he can go
because
back
of time zones and stuff. It makes him really tired.
Maybe he can go back and fix this.
All right. Ray says AI shared the screenshots. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe. Craze Noah says this story is now on Two Pros and a Cup of Joe show, so they're talking about it on Big Fox Sports right now.
Well, it's got the ick factor.
I mean,
this is going to have some legs. It's no matter how many legs it's got.
I think this is going to end up being a national story. This isn't just us because it's San Antonio. This is I would be interested in this story if this were Memphis and UAB.
Yeah.
So because this is it, but I mean obviously because it's UTSA, it certainly gives us a little more insight to it. I wish we could talk to Jeff Traylor about this. I wish that we had Coach on to discuss.
Maybe we'll do something about that next week. He was on with the Blitz yesterday, but I'm not sure it had it had percolated to that point.
Oh, they didn't talk to him about it, huh?
I don't know, because I didn't really see that story until about 9 o'clock last night. And even then, the source at that moment made me think, But waking up this morning, it's been corroborated, at least the story, by other sources.
I also don't know how Purdue is like, oh, we're not worried about that.
Well, that's the first thing you say until you go, wait, what? you did what?
Yeah, it says here, Purdue disputed the nature of a report that Taj Rael leaked Memphis's playbook to the opposing quarterback. It says this was on Thursday. They published this text message exchange purported to be between Rael and McCown, detailing Memphis's defensive signals and coverages. Also advised that Tiger safety Cortland Marsh was vulnerable due to a hamstring injury. He did not play in that game. And Purdue says,
"Oh, the cat didn't even play."
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's why he said it's going to be weak there, because he was the backup to that guy, and now with that guy out, he's like, oh, there's a hole out there.
Right.
Purdue says, our coaching staff sees this scenario as being mischaracterized and does not have any concerns moving forward. There will be no further comment on that. So very, very, I would say at least shady.
Well,
shady is the best it can be.
I don't think it's over for them.
There's no way.
I have a feeling they're going to have another conversation today about just the look. Even if you didn't do it, dude, there's a lot of other guys that do what you do and that don't have the stink on them.
Yep. DVS says Memphis player's ex-girlfriend ratted him out.
Ah, there we go. You think so?
I don't know.
That wouldn't shock me.
I haven't seen that anywhere.
Obviously, somebody had a falling out.
Yeah, some gal who's digging through his phone while he's she caught him cheating, and then she dug through his phone and said, "Oh, I'll get you back." How about this?
Man.
Could be. All right, guys, if you work in oil and gas around here, and a lot of people do now, San Antonio is right here in the thick of things in the oil and gas industry. There's over 90 extraction businesses here in the San Antonio, New Braunfels area. That means thousands of workers employed in that sector, and that means tens of thousands of man hours. And that means the demand for reliable equipment and services is very high, because you do not want to waste time. Time is money when it comes to the oil field, for sure. So whether you're drilling in the Eagle Ford Shale or you're managing saltwater disposal, you got to keep your pumps running right. L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, that's your local trusted partner for all your needs. They specialize in everything from saltwater disposal pumps to heavy-duty H pumps. They've got 24/7 on-site service, so you don't have to have any downtime. As soon as things go down, you call them, hey, we got this. They're not going to have to look for a part either, because they keep a stock here on site, so repairs happen fast. You're not sitting around days waiting for parts. It could be a real problem when you're out there. So if you got a knocking pump or low flow, L&S has you covered. You want to avoid that downtime, give them a call. 936-853-3810. That's 936-853-3810 for L&S Pump Repair. Tell them I sent you, and keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive, Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 p.m. or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by North Park Toyota, Centromed, Romo Door Supply, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up. A new trouble spot northwest side of town. Loop 410 eastbound Vance Jackson. Just before Vance Jackson, we've got an accident that's in the right lane. Stop and go from Fredericksburg Road. So just occurred. 5-7-minute delay already. A wrecker is on scene. 35 southbound Cesar Chavez downtown. That is an accident. Right lane blocked. I-10 on the frontage road eastbound at Crossroads Boulevard. It's an accident that's got the roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Crispy chicken's better in a Taco Bell taco. Or burrito. Or both. Try Taco Bell's new crispy chicken taco and or burrito today at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. Contact store for availability.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glowing Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-298-2007. That's 800-298-2007. 800-298-2007.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hey, that's the spirit. Right now, we're celebrating free with a free STP oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of oil and free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 rotors. Like always, free battery testing, charging, and recycling at every store. Celebrate free at AutoZone, now through July 28th.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Alrighty, baby. It's official also. Speaking of college athletics, President Trump signed the executive order yesterday aimed at protecting student athletes and collegiate athletic scholarships and opportunities while prohibiting third-party pay-for-play payments to those athletes.
That's the switch here.
Yes. So now, this does not extend to fair market value compensation as long as the party has a legitimate business interest. But
see, there's the massive loophole.
Right. That's where it always is going to.
Nothing really changed as far as third-party payments.
This feels like.
I think I could justify a legitimate business
Look
expense.
over here.
Yeah, I mean,
well, you know.
But that what we need to see fixed is the transfer portal. The first thing that needs to be fixed here ain't the money, it's the transfer portal. Once you fix the portal and that will affect the money. Once the money can't lure you away in ways that it can now, then that will help to fix that problem too. So until we fix the transfer portal, and I don't know what the fix is, but until we figure out what that is, everything else is just kind of secondary.
And this isn't going to fix that.
No. We're on our way.
If we're saying it's secondary, then this doesn't really matter much.
This doesn't matter. We got to fix the transfer portal. We have to fix the inducements to leave. We have to. Once you do that, then suddenly the money can be at least kind of regulated. But now that people are throwing money at kids from across the country to show up here, and they have the ability to get up and go, therein lies the problem. Once we fix that, I think money will still be an ongoing issue in how it's distributed and, amongst teams, conferences, and players. But this, we can all agree, as far as transfers, has to stop. And I don't know where that fix is coming.
Now, the other thing is it also contains some points emphasizing the expansion of scholarship opportunities and protection of non-revenue sports. Specifically, it provides that any revenue sharing permitted between university and collegiate athletes should be implemented in a manner that protects women's and non-revenue sports as well. So,
ongoing Title IX.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like Title IX being moved over onto this new revenue sharing as well, which means that when I say revenue sharing means like you're going to get paid a percentage of what the football program brings in if you're the quarterback, what it really means is you're going to be paid a percentage of what the athletic program overall brings in no matter what sport you play.
Yeah.
Now, there might be higher percentages.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Everybody's going to get a piece of the pie, but some pieces are going to be a lot bigger.
So now, if you're a swimmer, you're going to get a little bit of football money.
And we saw what happened with Title IX before. It did eliminate some of the less than but kind of break-even profitable sports because they couldn't afford to do that, and a women's or another sport that wasn't. So that doesn't guarantee that women's sports will be around, but there will be an equal spread amongst those women's and men's that do still exist. So it's as good a fix as you can have given this.
Now, what I want everyone to understand is just because the way executive orders work, it is directing the executive branch to handle things a certain way,
to go do this,
or to prioritize it. But it's almost like being sent a memo saying, "Hey, you guys look into this." Nothing really is set yet. So basically, everyone involved, everyone who's got the real power to make changes is going to read this. But
there's the threat from not only the president's threatening. If you don't get this done, I'll have Congress get it written. We'll make it a law. So we're headed down the right road.
The executive order does not create a new law.
No, it doesn't. That only Congress can make a law.
Yes.
So the president is giving the outline of which he will agree to when you make this rule. If you do anything else, we might have a problem, kind of stuff. So we're moving down the line. But again, we haven't addressed the problem.
The Trump administration has shown that they will cut funding. I mean, they did it with Harvard. They
just got a $200 million payback from Columbia. Yeah, there's a threat there. But this does appear the presidential. The paper itself does appear to have been written by someone who knows the deal. This was not Trump and his minions doing this. There was obviously some study done, and this was everything that I saw in there is appropriate. I think this is exactly the direction that all of college sports needs to be going, but it's such a broad framework. There's so many little T's and I's to cross and dot that we're still a fair amount away. And again, the true problem right now, ask every coach, is the portal. We have to address the portal first. I shouldn't have to recruit my guys all the time after I've already got them. I shouldn't have to continue to try to recruit them because somebody's laying money on their front door. That has to stop. So once we get that fixed, then I think we can start to address third-party money and payouts and all that other kind of stuff.
There have been a number of attempts to make big sweeping changes in this, like political guys. Cory Booker, who played football at Stanford, Tommy Tuberville, who coached at Auburn, and, of course, Ted Cruz, who ruined sporting events for all Texans, have all tried to make changes.
Doesn't matter your ilk, orange or maroon. He's ruined one of your games.
He's going to ruin it. Whoever's in a big game, he's going to ruin it for you. I can tell you that much. University of Houston, he did it for them.
Yeah, red, orange, maroon, doesn't matter. He can ruin your day.
All he does is go to these games, put on a T-shirt, and ruin things.
And it goes back as far as Bush, and they were talking about putting Condi Rice over all of this. There's been this ongoing attempt to kind of get a grip on it, but it's a slippery situation. And a lot of times it's bigger than politics.
Well, and remember, Trump is still, I say still, like has recently been in talks with Nick Saban and this Cody Campbell from Texas Tech, this mega booster, who they're all like working on some sort of commission.
And I think those are the pertinent people he should be talking to. Old school and Nick Saban, new school and Cody up in Lubbock. And you want to talk about what the new frontier looks like, look at what's going on at Texas Tech. I think they need to be a stakeholder in this decision-making because it seems to me that they're on the forefront of how to use the money and do all the things that are now, kind of, you like them or not, that are now part of the modern landscape.
Well, meanwhile, Nick Saban was on the opposite side of that. He did not like the way college football was headed.
I like the idea of the commission of angers to kind of come together and find the answer. Again, I feel like we're going the right direction, but it's just going to take a little bit more time and a little bit more oomph. There's going to have to be somebody else with a little bit more push. Because right now, everybody says it's wrong, but nobody has the push to get it fixed.
Well, and no, I don't think anybody really knows what the right answer is, like where to settle. Because
so put those guys like Saban, who hates it all, and like the Campbell kid, the billionaire who loves it all. And I think in between we can find a fix, or at least something that we can all reasonably live with.
And then the president will have saved college sports.
And one more thing to say.
It's amazing. I mean,
I hope South Park gives him
AJ,
credit.
you become very famous.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I don't think you want to be associated with him right now.
Well, I can't help it.
I don't think you want to. You might end up on a list someplace.
I can't help that we have.
You're not on the Epstein list, are you?
No.
Okay. How do we know?
But I can't help that I have a beautiful relationship.
Mm-hmm. Are you related? Did you have some fun with Ghislaine?
I don't even know that person.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard that name. Never heard it.
Well, I hope those files don't come out.
Never heard of him.
He says you're very famous.
Ghislaine's a woman. Let me tell you, I look at her, I don't see a woman. Very ugly person.
He doesn't say that now. She's the most beautiful thing in his world.
That's true.
Did you see him standing yesterday bickering with his with the chairman of the Fed about the cost overruns and then kind of bickering back and forth in front of the camera?
No.
Pretty classic stuff.
Yeah, I hate politicians. It seems like politicians from both sides are. It's hard times right now.
As petty as all get
It's a hard time to be a politician in the U.S. The pockets still fill up, but it's a hard time to be like a liked politician, certainly, or at a minimum respected. I don't think anybody's getting that love right now. The other stuff going on at these college football media days. Matt Rule came out and said, hey, even after he talked bad about Nebraska, we still consider him part of the Nebraska family here.
You gotta keep those that built that place at least in the orbit.
We'd still welcome him back with open arms if he were.
And I get what Rule's trying to do, but I think you're trying to resurrect Frankenstein. I just don't think Nebraska, no matter what you do, is ever going to be what it was.
No,
you're gonna run in the same orbit as Colorado and Purdue for the rest of your life.
I think so. A once beautiful.
And I'll say
play.
it here. I think OU is on that track, man. I think
would not shock me
that they might be headed to irrelevance here in the next couple of years unless they turn something around.
It could very well happen. I do think Matt Rule's a very, very good coach, though. So if anybody's going to...
In college.
Yeah.
He's a college coach. Don't ever entertain pro thoughts ever again.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Although I don't know who was going to win with that roster at Carolina.
He should have never left Baylor. That was such a tragic mistake for both involved.
I agree. But for him to take from what Baylor was, and really, like, it goes back even further, when he got to Temple, and Temple was like a 2-win team, and they went to they won 10 games 2 years in a row. Then to take Baylor, which was a 1-win team,
from the refuse of what had gone down,
and get them to a Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. So
I mean, if anybody can turn things around for Nebraska, and he got him into a bowl game last year.
I think that they're going to come back to about as relevant as they're capable. I just don't think they're ever going to. I see why you're getting Scott Frost in because he, national championship, but I think that train is long out of the station, no matter what you do.
I don't know what the ceiling is for Nebraska now. I tend to think it's like
fourth place in the Big Ten.
It's like, it's a 10-win season. Like I think Nebraska has. I still think they're ahead of places like Colorado in what they can be at their peak. But I think that if things go really well for Nebraska, they'll settle in as like Ole Miss or Texas A&M are in the SEC, like high-quality programs that don't really threaten to win it.
Titles are not like it was where they were winning 10 in a row.
Yeah, that stuff's gone. All right, we are halfway there on a Friday. Yeah, baby. I can taste it. Morning Huddle 94.1.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Texas Department of Transportation. A heavy foot can cost you a heavy fine or more. Speeding is a factor in 1,500,000 crashes every year in Texas. So always follow the speed limit. And if there's bad weather or road construction ahead, slow down. Be safe. Drive smart. A message from TxDOT.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
School's out, summer's in, and that vacation countdown is officially on. But what about your four-legged MVP? Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit in Selma has your furry family member covered. Daycare, boarding, grooming, and training, they've got it all. They're built for your pet's health, happiness, and tail-wagging good times. If you're in the military, your teacher, or your first responder, they've got barking good exclusive discounts. So go ahead, book that trip, hit the beach, crush your summer plans. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has your pet in good hands. Because home away from home isn't just for humans. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits in Selma.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-298-2007. That's 800-298-2007. 800-298-2007.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Guides in the know and prices so low. It just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
With curbside pickup and delivery available, you'll always find what you love, only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Eczema flaring up again? We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We have cleared a couple of trouble spots. The wreck at 35 southbound Cesar Chavez downtown and 410 eastbound before Vance Jackson northwest side. Just cleared. Now we're still working the wreck at 410 eastbound just past Evers. 2 right lanes are closed. Now a 30-minute delay. Traffic stop from Military. Looks like a new trouble spot southwest side at Loop 410 northbound right as you approach Valley High. This wreck is blocking 1 lane. 5-minute delay slow from Old Pearsall Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Big news in the college sports world as President Donald Trump signed an executive order yesterday for college sports to regulate the business. It will preserve NIL deals while ensuring women's and non-revenue sports aren't left behind. Dallas Cowboy camp continues as Micah Parsons' contract drama rolls on. 2 players who've gone through the very same situation, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, both expressed that he's deserving of the extension and they hope that he'll get paid soon. Don't we all? I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Cowboys training camp continues on over in Oxnard. We'll see you tomorrow, Oxnard. What are we going to do day one? What's our game plan?
We've never been there on a Saturday.
I know.
So you've always gone on Sunday?
Yeah, we normally land on Sunday. They practice on Monday, first padded practice. This year it's a day early. So I assume we'll do our normal Sunday stuff on Saturday.
Huh. Okay. All right.
There's some chowder in my future.
Some
seafood. Some
You love the chowder.
Yeah, love the clam chowder. The Pacific style specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll
I like it when it comes in a sourdough bowl.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm down. So
you need
that
extra
might be a
carbs,
worthy search.
Vic. Extra carbs.
I don't know.
Vic's gonna be back here eating lettuce.
Yeah, my strawberry.
Although I saw you in here with a bean and cheese taco today.
Yeah. Don't tell my wife, but
I
she's
saw
still in
you.
the doghouse. So.
Yeah, she can't tell you a damn thing right now. Say, don't worry about it, woman. find me a woman who remembers my birthday. Feed me a bean taco.
See you in the hospital.
A lot of good things being said right now about Cowboys' second-round pick, Donovan Ezeraku, who is getting some more time on the field as Micah Parsons is not on the field. Coach Schottenheimer says the timing of his footwork for a rookie, the ability to take 2 steps and up and under is dynamic. Pass rush adjustments and how he can react off a guy, plays him, whether using his inside hand or outside punch, is impressive. We're seeing what we loved about him on film. The speed and the effortlessness that it takes to rush the passer is really good, but he also, again, to his credit, he's more than just the one-trick pony that's a pass rusher, man. He can set the edge with that length that he has. So a lot of good things being said right now.
Even if he wasn't playing well, I get the sense they'd be saying a lot of good things.
True. But there's some film like being sent around
better
Twitter.
Be. He's your second-round pick. He's living up to expectations. Thank you.
Right tackle Terrence Steele did not practice because of a right ankle injury, and Hakeem Adeniji took turns with the first-team offense. Kenneth Murray Jr., the linebacker, also missed practice because he's having a baby, which bad timing, dude. I mean,
he's pregnant?
Well, no, apparently his wife or his lady friend, I don't know what his situation is, but apparently she's having a little one, a wee lad.
You don't take a day off for a baby.
Yeah, man. What is this? In Europe? Sweden?
What is this, socialism?
Please.
Day off.
Please. Well, also apparently tempers flared.
It has been
between
a rugged fight practice.
CeeDee Lamb and Kaman Hall after Lamb was able to out-physical Hall for a touchdown grab. The corner shoved Lamb, who then threw the football in his face. Hall then threw the ball back at Lamb, but it was quickly snuffed out. Oh, drama. Oh, drama. And for the first time in camp, Brandon Aubrey tried some field goals, made 5 of his first 6 tries.
That's enough. We'll sit you down.
His only miss came from 44 into a strong wind, it says here.
It's a minor thing, but it's so nice to go into camp with a solid kicker.
Yeah.
When you go into camp, it seems like a minor thing in the grand scheme. It sucks when your kicker sucks and you're trying to figure out who's going to start the season. When you're watching these guys go through 1 of 8 in practice and the answer isn't in the building.
Another guy says, or another point here from Todd Archer, not sure if this is record for shortest backfield in NFL history, but at one point Deuce Vaughn, who's 5'5", and Cavante Turpin, 5'7", were lined up together in the backfield. That's got to be a record.
Remember when Mike Leach said, if you can push, push, why can't I just throw a little dude over the line of scrimmage? Just grab a little dude and just chunk him over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm for it.
Grab
I
Deuce.
mean,
just like you're throwing him out of a ring.
And just,
I'd love to see it. Yeah.
like a hand grenade. Just lob him over the top for a first down.
Yeah. Then we'll see all these guys who talk about how good their squats are, use it the right way.
And if you can push, why can't he give him like a hand push over the top?
Also, another thing, positive note coming out of Cowboys camp is the arm of Joe Milton, who apparently is throwing the ball really well out there. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him.
Me too.
Because I do think the guy's got some real talent.
And the chances of him playing are pretty solid. From given past experience,
it's hard.
We'll see him in a game.
It is hard to argue that. Yeah, he was a guy who
big old boy.
I don't want to say that I was some sort of oracle, but I knew that he was not going to work out at Tennessee because he did not fit what Josh Heupel likes to do. Yeah. But I think certainly he's got a chance to be a good NFL player. And
hopefully I don't find out this year. I hope I don't ever find out that
that's probably
quarterback
true.
in the NFL.
That's fair. Joe Milton has said that he gives a lot of credit to Dak Prescott for helping him out. He said Prescott's been such a great leader, and he is going out of his way to help me in certain areas. He said Dak's a great leader. All respect to him. He literally goes out of his way to help me out. That is something that he did not get in New England. He said, I've been in another building. I know how that goes. It's just very different over here.
Well, Dak has the comfort of being, what are they going to do? yeah, you ain't going to take my job.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty safe.
Yeah. But remember last year was Drake May being shut down. That gave Joe Milton a chance to play. But in camp, there was a lot of Jacoby Brissett. That's what the Patriots were hoping Jacoby Brissett was going to be their starter. And Brissett was pretty honest about, like, hey, I'm looking to be the guy.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to help anybody out. But apparently he's getting some good help from Dak Prescott, who, I mean, listen, I could see Jacoby Brissett, who, when Drake May got drafted, you knew he was going to play.
Yeah, man.
And Joe Milton, a later round pick. Jacoby Brissett's just trying to stay in the NFL. That might have been his only chance to be a starter. He was like, yeah, I'm really trying to hang on to it. Dak has a little more.
He's safe, dude.
Yeah, he's comfortable.
You're
the highest paid player
very
in the
recently,
world.
yeah, you were the highest paid player in the history of this franchise. Your job's comfortable. You don't need to worry about Joe Milton taking anything other than your helmet back to the locker room.
One day after being carted off the field, Justin Fields was able to jog gingerly.
He is the big toe of the Jets.
Yes, that's what a lot of people have called him.
He is the big toe.
A lot of people are calling him that. But apparently he's going to be okay. It's not as disastrous as it looked like it was going to be.
Wait till he really gets hurt and see what Jet fan does.
Oh, my gosh.
Jumping out of buildings.
Jets fan looked like they wanted to kill themselves yesterday. I mean, it was like, how can this happen?
I know.
Why is it always us?
Don't jump. It's only a toe.
Oh,
Yeah.
why does this happen all the time? I love it. I love seeing these Jets fans just.
Didn't Testaverde get hurt also? What was the history of it? Wasn't there like 4 quarterbacks?
Oh, we could go down back to the last 30 years.
Yeah, Testaverde goes way
We can
back.
go with,
I don't know why I remember that name.
Goes way
Vinny
back.
Greenballs?
Is that what you called him?
Yeah. Well, that's his name.
The other thing that happened at Cowboys camp, I forgot to talk about this. Tuesday, a fight broke out, or a scuffle broke out between Marquise Bell and Tyler Neville, a tight end. And the coach finally had to say he's going to kick the next player out who gets into a fight off the practice field. He's like, I'm going to kick him off the field. So he says he spent the morning meeting talking about back-to-back plays where Sam Williams was too physical and got sent off to the sideline. And CeeDee Lamb came out and said, I get it. We got a lot of animosity and tension between us. Understand that we need to proclaim our dominance and show aggressiveness on both sides of the ball. But to what extent? We've got to be professional. And then, obviously, there were no scuffles after that.
You know, it's funny. Coaches talk a good game. Hey, we got to keep it on the ground. Don't go to the ground ever. Keep it civil. But in practice, you kind of want this, man. You want them ready to put pads on. You want them, and then you want them to be ready to go fight somebody else. Camp Cupcake, I've never been a fan of.
Yeah.
I just have never been. I think that there needs to be a modicum of offense versus defense. I think there needs to be a little bit of that inside the team. Which side of the ball is going to be the most successful? I want that. I want a little bit of testiness. And I don't ever hurt anybody. And remember, the goal is to win on Sunday afternoon. But I appreciate camps that have that volatility to it more than everybody's kumbaya and let's not hit too hard because we're too nice. No, I don't want that. I want a team that is ready to hit somebody else because they've been hitting on each other for too much.
Yeah, and speaking of hitting, one position that they're saying we won't really know until we do start hitting is who's going to be the Cowboys running back, who's going to be the starting running back.
What do you think it's going to be?
My thought is Javonte Williams.
I think it's the Detroit kid, I think, gets it.
But I don't know. I don't know that any of it would shock me. But so far, they've basically split reps evenly, first-team reps evenly between Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. But Schottenheimer said that once the pads are on, that's when we'll get a better idea of.
Is Dalvin Cook ready yet?
I don't think
is he still working to get back? Is he still working to get off the practice squad?
He's getting better every day.
Every day,
getting better every day. Where is Dalvin Cook now? Let's see.
He's his brother's agent.
That's probably. I mean, that's going to be a.
I would honestly. I from what I saw we know that Miles is going to catch some balls, and we know that the Detroit kid can run the ball. Jadon Blue has a ceiling. He has a skill set. And I wanted
Blue,
him to have a good camp, so we have something there, but it seems like he started a little bit slow. And we're going to have to get over the foibles. He fumbled a lot, but the talent, I think, man-for-man talent, I think he's probably the most talented guy in the room, but he's just so much to get fixed.
Jadon Blue, don't forget, was the number one recruit in the country out of high school, the number one running back in the country. So the guy's clearly got some game. It's just a matter of putting it together.
And like I said, I do think he's got the highest ceiling here, but he started slow. We'll see when they put pads on. And we don't know that, at least in Texas, he did have a fumble history. So that'll keep you off the field and off the team if that continues. But I do think he's got the most breakaway ability on that team.
Yeah, I think so too. That's one of the, like, every year we kind of go out. Or, I mean, I say every year. Last year we go out there. I was looking to see. I was really watching wide receivers because CD wasn't there, and the thought was, who's it going to be?
Which Jalen is going to step up?
Yeah, who's going to step? And it turns out none of them were worth a damn. This year, I'm interested to look at these running backs and see which one of these guys is going to be. It still has enough. It still has tread on the tires. Or if Jadon Blue, somebody like that, can come out of nowhere. That and is the offensive line good enough for anybody to be good and running behind?
Be hand in hand. We'll be able to tell you firsthand starting on Sunday afternoon. We'll be there and watch it live on Monday too.
Because the more and more I watched the Cowboys last year, I don't know if anybody could have been successful behind that offensive line. They stunk.
And I think that this offense is going to run the ball a whole lot more, at least attempt to be in a situation to run the whole lot more than we've seen in the last couple of years. So if they get a back of stability and they can figure something out, this might be the predicate for the rest of the offense. Seriously, this might be the hinge point on this thing.
Yeah. Either way, a lot to look forward to when we get out there. I'm stoked for it, and running back certainly near the top of my list. And like I said, I'm also looking forward to a lot of stuff this year, man. There's a lot of questions about this team, and I think it's going to be hard to know coaching style based on what we see in practice. Like I can't really take anything away from that. But from a personnel standpoint, I think there's a lot of questions for the Cowboys this year. All right, we are up against it. We'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94. College of Healthcare Professionals and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Some Guns N' Roses.
Oh, you want to hear some Guns N' Roses? Actually, would you like to talk to Axl Rose himself?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Why
Axl,
not?
come here. Come here.
Put on my Pop-Tart, baby. Oh! Sound like a friend of mine on the telephone.
I just want to tell you, I'm sitting here laughing my tail off.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Are you ready for the all-new Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live Glowing Fire? Come watch your favorite Hot Wheels Monster Trucks fly, crash, and smash. Thanks to Good to Grow, kids' ticket prices half off. Coming July 26th and 27th to Frost Bank Center in San Antonio. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
An accident can leave you struggling to pay for medical bills. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe you deserve justice no matter your financial situation. That's why you don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com. Football season is coming. Is your home ready for the watch parties? Upgrade your entry game with Romo Door Supply. Tough, stylish doors at prices that score. Visit RomoDoorSupply.com today. That's RomoDoorSupply.com, where home starts strong.
Circa Million and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million. Pick 5 games against the spread each week. 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circus Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread. Last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $21 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protect it by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyer4us.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community win and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyer4us.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
SRS says AJ and Rob have heading to the West Coast. Go look at the real team in Cali, Los Niners.
The Los Niners.
Well, it feels like the Rams are the only one who can win a Super Bowl anymore.
I thought you were talking about the Chargers.
I think the Rams are the only one who can win the Super Bowl anymore.
Yeah, I hate the Niners, man.
Do you?
Yeah, there's a deep-seated hatred for me.
Yeah.
It goes way back.
Yeah.
Since the Clark catch.
Yeah, since the Clark catch.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, there was a long.
Since then.
Well, there's been others. There's been other reasons to dislike, but that was the first.
No, that's what started it.
There was a long time where it was like if you to get to if you wanted to be in the Super Bowl,
you had to get through.
You were if you had to beat Dallas and San Francisco back in the late '80s, early '90s. It was like, man, you fought your ass off to get there because it was tough sledding, baby.
And it was Montana, man.
Well, it was us for a couple years. That giant team. With Phil Simms.
Phil Simms, yeah.
When they won it, that was an impressive win, man. They went through both us and San Francisco. That was a good football team.
And Buffalo.
Yeah, truth.
It was it was probably Buffalo's best team, too. Yeah, not enough. Not enough. Wide right. So I've heard it once or twice. Yeah. Wide right, they say.
You never want to be a part of anything that they make a 30 or 30 of.
No.
Unless you're holding a trophy.
Yeah, and the Bills, not trophy holders. They generally in life the Bills are not trophy holders unless it's like AFC Championship trophies, participation trophies.
That's handy.
Well, they don't do you any good.
I bought a lot of Southwest Division basketball shirts over my years before the titles came in.
No. The finances are out. Like you can look into like everyone in the NFL. They say, well. You're never going to know anybody's business because they don't have to tell you.
The revenue share is out.
The revenue share is out, and the way we always know the revenue share is Green Bay's finances are literally, it's the only window into revenue sharing. And they got a record $432.6 million in revenue sharing.
Up $36 million over last year, I believe.
That is a crazy thing. That's the first time revenue topped. Well, last year was the first time revenue topped $400 million per team. It was at 402. So $30.3 million.
30 million more. That's like 8% rise. And I want you to do the math here for a second. Okay, so let's say you wanted to buy an NFL franchise. And let's just round it off and say a franchise today costs $10 billion.
Okay.
And you wanted to come up with the money, and you have a little bit of money, but you pull in, let's say, $8 billion. Well, let's stick with 10. You are liquid enough to where you can secure the money, though it's not yours. You're going to buy the franchise on loans. You can't really do that, but let's say you could. And you come up with $10 billion, and they say, well, to get that money, we're going to charge you 2%.
Okay.
That's pretty low, but we're talking billions of dollars. Well, do the math, and you're looking at roughly $200 million a year just to service the VIG, right? Just to service the interest, you're going to pay $200 million a year at 2%. But you're going to get a check once you buy this franchise for $430 million, and it's going to escalate every year. This is an absolute license to print money because you can spend your NFL revenue on servicing your debt and have another $200 million to pay down the total. And that doesn't even begin to take into account what you're making on everything else aside from the TV.
Like tickets.
It is a license to print money. It is a club that you will pay $1 billion to join.
Yeah.
I will give you out of my pocket $1 billion, and the other $9 billion we'll say was the cost of doing business, and I will happily give it to you, knowing that I got to do absolutely nothing from now on to service the debt and to put some money in the bank.
Yeah. The guy in charge of their Mark Murphy is the guy who's the president of the Packers, who takes care of all their financing and stuff. He talked about that about 60% of the Packers' total revenue is national revenue.
That has to be.
He said that's mostly the growth in the national TV deals. The league has it, so they're trying to now grow at about a 7% growth rate annually. And the other thing I think the league's done a good job of is moving towards streaming, but still a vast majority of our national revenue is coming from broadcast television. Mm-hmm. That took Packers' profit from operations increase from $60.1 million to $83.7 million from the previous year. Local revenue boosted by hosting a 9th regular season game, that helped, increased from $252 million to $286 million. And the corporate reserve fund grew from $536 million the previous year to $579
million. The corporate
million.
reserve fund, otherwise known as the cookie jar,
yes,
grew a little bit too.
Yes. The Packers have invested $675 million into Lambeau Field, unveiled a renovated locker room this week. But they're not hard up, I can tell you that.
You can't lose money.
You can't.
When you see this, you go, well, even any idiot, I don't care who you are, you cannot lose money in the NFL. It's just a matter of how much do you want to make.
Yeah, I think that's it. And he says we don't have a deep-pocketed, wealthy owner, so that's one of the things we tried to do over the years is build up the corporate reserve fund. I think it's especially important now with other teams' ability to sell minority shares as well as private equity up to 10% of their value.
Private equity, that's where the money's coming from now on, the private equity cash.
But there's a lot the Packers can't do, but obviously, again, they're not hurting. They're doing pretty well.
They've always talked about the corporate thing, and there is a negative to not having the overlord, the leader, saying we're doing this. But at the same time, when you're working for a corporation, you're not spending your money. So it's easier to pay players and to get guys in because at the end of the day, you get a salary. You're not going to make 1 penny more if they sell one more jersey.
Sure.
So it makes it easier for you to sign players because it's not your money. It's corporate money. So I've always felt like Green Bay actually had a leg up because it made it a whole lot easier. The owner, like Jerry, this is money that he views. If I'm writing you a check, this is coming from Jerry Jones's bank account.
Yeah.
So I think they negotiate in a very different way than Green Bay used to.
When Mark Murphy was talking about when he gave his first financial report after taking over as team president, which was 18 years ago. So in 2007, Mark Murphy gave the report, and the revenue sharing was $138 million per team.
And you know what?
Think
Everybody
about that.
better face Mecca, that is Jerry's office, and thank him for all that Jerry has done. He's made everybody some money.
Almost a $300 million increase over an 18-year span per year.
It's a license to print money. If they allow you into their club, if you can convince them that you'll learn the handshake and keep the secrets, you will become even more wealthy than you ever dreamed.
Yeah.
Just by being there.
Yeah. It is I mean, the NFL continues to be. That's why you'll hear me criticize a lot of things in sports. I almost always default to, if the NFL's doing it, it's probably the right thing, because it does. They rarely have missteps. They rarely take a step back on how, like, because it seems like everything they touch turns to gold, whereas every other sport, every other league, every other, team, whoever it is, there's.
Why do you think that is? Because I don't have the answer, because this has happened under a couple of different commissioners. This has happened under the flag protests and the kneeling protests. This has happened under work stoppages. This has happened under all.
None of it matters.
None of it has mattered. Why? Why do they continue to grow? And not that the other ones aren't, but they're growing at 2x, where the others are growing at X or X minus in some instances. Why? Is it the game's mentality? Is it the brevity of the sport? Is it fed because college and pro are playing at the same time and we get it all the time, but it's also taken away? Why over the last 20 years has the NFL grown at a greater rate than all of the other professional sports? And while the NBA is much bigger and better than it was, not even close. And baseball actually has, I think, shrunk a little bit. And NHL is kind of varied. I think they're on an uptick now, but we've also added MLS and other sports that are on that secondary, but they're still there. But it has not mattered. It hadn't mattered economy, hadn't mattered president, hadn't mattered about the social commentary of what the players are doing. It still grows.
I don't know what year to point to exactly where the NFL became bigger than football, or where the NFL became bigger than Major League Baseball. But like when I was a little kid, Major League Baseball was the biggest show in town. It was the biggest sports league in our country.
In the 70s, yes.
Yeah, somewhere in the early to mid 80s there was a shift, and it if I told you, in knowing that shift can happen, knowing that the NFL could surpass Major League Baseball, so there's a world where these possibilities exist. I can't think of a time where that will come where the NFL will be the second most popular sport in our country. Can you even imagine what it would take?
No, I can't imagine. Now, I can foresee a world where basketball becomes secondary to soccer in the grand scheme of things, just because it's a cheaper sport
like
to play.
The global game?
Yeah, I can see where basketball gets bigger than football globally, but that doesn't matter here.
Football already is bigger globally. But
I'm just talking about money coming into the NBA. If they can tap into the Asian market, there'll be so much money. I mean, it's unfathomable. And if you can figure out to get into the India market and get them playing basketball there, the money, it's insane. NFL could never even touch that. But inside the borders of the United States, I don't care what happens. It'll still be second to football. I can't imagine a world where basketball ever gets bigger than our sport.
I think that we as a society love organized violence.
I do think there's some of it.
We love the fact that these guys are going out there and putting their bodies on the line. Like, whatever you think of the NBA and Major League Baseball, we don't think of them as like taking these huge risks. Like in the NFL, every time you go out there, it's like, yeah, dude, you could get your head knocked off.
Well, keep in mind why football became the sport it was, because after the Civil War, those that fought in the war felt like that next generation of men were soft. So they tried to find a way to toughen the boys up to go and fight and be men in the world. And the violence was part of it. They wanted it violent.
And if you rewind to when before baseball became the biggest sport in the U.S., it was boxing.
Yeah, and horse racing prior to that.
This is what we love, the idea that these guys are willing to go give their bodies for our entertainment. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I love it too. I can't pretend like I'm on some tower where I'm above that mentality. I love fight sports for the same reason I love football. I love that these dudes are willing to go out there and give me everything they've got in their human body for entertainment. I really think that's why the NFL is what it is.
And it'll stay there for the foreseeable future. Only thing that could happen to football is injuries ruin the pipeline of players. If they come out and say you are guaranteed to have CT if you ever get tackled twice, something like that, which will never happen. But the only thing that would ever limit it,
there's already a lot of moms who don't let their kids play football, and it's
It still hadn't slowed things down.
No, man.
But
it really hasn't.
The moment we lose players to another sport because of the violence, then we have to start taking into account where we've gone.
I just don't think it's happening.
It hasn't happened yet.
I don't think it's going to happen because what you said earlier, like baseball, you were talking about this off the air, in fact. Baseball's an expensive sport to play.
It is.
Football is not.
Well, it's not, but the precursors are. If you're going to play the football that we're accustomed to, you're going to have to provide at least 22 sets of pads and helmets and fields. It's a hard game to pick up, but once you got the equipment, you can keep playing. Basketball, all you need is a milk carton and a ball.
And some
Soccer,
shoes, yeah.
And soccer, all you need is some rags tied into a ball. So it's easier to pick up, but there's the constant need for space and all that makes it difficult for football to be implemented without the help of the NFL, and that's why they're spending all this money in Brazil, spending all this money in Europe. They're setting up the facilities to foster the game. Where basketball, you just kind of send a coach out there and figure out where they're going to play.
Yep. All right. You know what else people love? Beer.
Yes.
It's
I'm on that crew.
Beer is it's a big, beautiful game. Beer and Karbach right there in the mix with it, baby. Karbach. I got to make sure I got to get my fill of Karbach tonight because I know. When I go to California, I'm not going to have the luxury that you guys have here in San Antonio of just being able to go to any old bar, any old restaurant, and say, "Hey, can I get a Love Street? Can I get a Hopadillo?" That's not going to be the case in California. We are lucky. We are blessed here in San Antonio to have such great access to Karbach's fine beer. Hopadillo is one of my favorites. That is their flagship IPA. It is a hop bomb, very bitter, very old school IPA, very in your face, kind of get you that, make your cheeks perk up here. I love that feeling. If that's not you, that's okay. Love Street, that's their best seller. That's their Cole style blonde, very smooth, very easy drinking. And then I talk about it all the time. I think Crawford Bock is the best all season beer you can find out there. And again, not just in the liquor stores and grocery stores. It is all over San Antonio. So when you're out and about this weekend, ask your bartender to please make it a Karbach.
What will training camp look like under new head coach Brian Schottenheimer? Will it be tough and hard-nosed, or are we in Camp Cupcake? We're breaking it down live for you in Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning live from Oxnard, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got a new trouble spot on the southwest side at Loop 410 northbound, right as you approach Valley High. Accident that's taking up one lane has you stop and go from Old Pearsall Road. On 410 eastbound Evers, that wreck has got two right lanes closed. That's a 30-minute delay. It's heavy from Military. On 1604 westbound, the off-ramp to get onto Northwest Military Highway, that is roadwork, exit ramp blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
Whether you're serving now or have served, American Public University provides education at a pace and price that fit your life. Special rates and grants are available for you and your family. Learn more at apu.apus.edu/military.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
South Texas summer is no joke. With temperatures in the triple digits, your roof takes a beating. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're local, family-owned, and ready to help. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from a team that knows South Texas weather. Whether it's commercial or residential, a small repair, or a whole new roof, get peace of mind with Stevens Roofing. Call 210-785-0994 today. Stevens Roofing has you covered.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey, Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Dak Prescott said winning a Super Bowl is what drives him. We will talk about that on The Blitz today starting at 2.
That sounds like a comedy, kind of like Happy Gilmore 2. We're going to have a special guest. His name is Chris Tatone. He is Adam Sandler's brother-in-law to talk about the movie.
Happy Gilmore 2. Is Sandler not available?
I guess not. Tatone is. We'll have him.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
$850. Okay.
California knows how to party. California knows how to party. Where are we going, Rob?
In the city. We got going to
the
Compton.
city of Oxnard.
Well, we stayed in Compton for the Super Bowl a couple years ago and heard gunplay the first night we were there.
Yeah.
Nice. It was a nice house, too. Lived with some USC kids behind the other back.
City of Compton. We keep it rocking. Out in Oxnard, we keep it rocking, baby.
This song's great because of Roger Trout.
Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, a state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Pack a vest for your Jimmy in the city of sex. We in that sunshine state where the bomb-ass hits be. A state that we never find a dance floor empty and hippie. On a mission for them greens. Lean, mean, money-making machines, serving fiends.
What?
Been in the game for 10 years, serving rap tunes. Ever since honeys was wearing Sassoons, now it's 95 and they clock me and watch me diamond shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from Diego to the Bay. Your city is the bomb if your city make it pay. Throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Straight putting it down for California. Hey. What's that, Kitty? Yeah!
We've got some news breaking.
Oh, we're going to party so hard out there, baby.
Yeah. The city council is meeting with the Spurs. We're getting some numbers thrown around. Big numbers thrown around.
Yeah. So give me the latest update here.
So it looks like the Spurs have offered their initial
the first dollar amount they've pushed across the table.
So the city council is meeting right now, and it looks like the Spurs are going to commit. What are we looking at numbers here? I'm trying to add up every one of these. So
it adds up to a lot.
Well, not enough, if you ask me. So we're looking at a $4 billion project, of which the stadium is only part. So I want to know how much is going towards stadium, and there's some other issues here. But it looks like the Spurs are requesting $500 million from the city. Okay. They're going to put together a project finance zone. These are known as PFZs. It's a special taxation region, kind of like you're going to pay more in downtown tax than you would. If you go buy a Coke downtown next to the arena, it'll cost you a quarter penny or a penny more than it would if you were buying it. Yeah. Okay. But we're looking at a $2.5 billion loan. Looks like this whole thing's going to cost. And the city is now at least, we know where the Spurs are sitting. We know the kind of money they're talking about as far as where they're going to kick in. Because we've got to figure out the dollar amount that we're going to put on the ballot that we're going to ask us as San Antonio citizens, or those that are willing to pay the taxes and however that is levied, whether it be rental cars, hotels, or sales tax, or all of the above. We have to decide whether we're willing to do that in November. And now we're starting to round into a $500 million contract, a new arena. And I started thinking, okay, now that we're starting to talk dollar amounts, how are the other arenas around the country getting done? And the most recent one isn't a basketball arena, it's Buffalo. Buffalo is building a brand new football stadium, and the cost equivalent's kind of the same. Now, there's some things that the NFL does for its teams that I'm not sure the NBA does. The NFL has a fund to help you build stuff like that you can loan from at low amounts. So they got to be the Pagulas had access to that, and I don't think the NBA has a fund like that.
Well, the other thing is the Spurs is the Spurs arena is sort of a convoluted comp with anything, because we're talking about, on top of building a basketball arena, renovating the Alamo Dome, upgrading it, renovating a
Project
courthouse.
Marvel. It's hotels. It's
building a hotel, expanding the convention center. Like there's a bunch more than just
Spurs
a basketball arena.
Yeah.
The Spurs shouldn't have to pay. Like, if you said the Spurs are going to pay the lion's share of it, that wouldn't even make sense.
No, and they won't offer that. That's why when we see this $1 billion project, only consider the basketball arena and things that the Spurs want to control. If they want to own into the hotel, then they're going to have to pay into that. But we're talking about building a $500 million basketball arena. At the end of the day, that's what we're talking about, only with the Spurs.
To me, the Spurs putting in $1 billion is a pretty good number. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I think that feels like a very fair number.
We're right there. And really all we wanted from the Spurs is an opening offer. This doesn't mean the negotiations are done. We're pretty close. I think they're not going to be able to vary too much, because they leaked out yesterday. They're offering some $30 million to help early childhood development, buying some schools and rehabbing them and making them pre-K for SA kind of schools around the city, and other investments that they would take off the plate of the city or some federal funding. We'll take that, and you can use that money someplace else. So it's a sweetener. It's money that stays in the city's pockets, though it doesn't go toward the building of the building. It's goodwill buying, but you're not really helping to finance the building. And I'm down with that, but we're now in a situation where we can start to hammer out the nuts and bolts. What are you going to be responsible for? And if you're only kicking in X amount, who's getting concessions? How are we handling non-playoff, non-games? What's your pay for this? How much is your cut when we're doing tractor pulls and convention stuff in there? How much do you get as a part owner? All those little things that help to that are going to be part of this contract for the next 25 years of its existence. Now we can start talking about it. Now, we only got a month. We're going to have to put something on a ballot by November, or by the end of August, I believe, to be on the November ballot. So they're going to have to get to work. But I get the sense now that we've got a number, some of this has already been discussed.
Well, there's already the $175 million tax proposal that I've read that's on the docket for November.
Right. We've already got that. And we've already got a commitment from the county that they're going to kick in X amount after they fix up Joe Freeman and after they take care of the Frost Center to make it continue to be used. Then they're going to kick in some money, so we know that's coming. I have a feeling that there's some state money out there that will help to kind of grease the skids that they can go access just as economic development money. I have a feeling there's even some federal money that you could probably tap into as you're refurbing maybe an economically challenged zone. So now that we're in this circle, we can start throwing in all these puzzle pieces and start to get a firm picture of how this funding is going to work. And then personally, as a citizen of San Antonio, I would personally rather own the building myself. I'd rather have a lot of control over that building and keep the Spurs here with one of those doom contracts that they have with the Frost. If you ever decide to leave, the payout will be so outrageous you'll go bankrupt.
I got to be honest. Afford to do it. If this whole project's going to cost $2.5 billion and the Spurs are saying they'll put in $1 billion, I don't think that's an option.
Well, as far as
San Antonio owning the building.
No, I like owning half is what I'm saying. I don't want the Spurs. I never wanted the Spurs to build it on their own. Okay. I didn't ever want them to do that. I want to have an equitable interest in the future of this.
I think the Spurs will still have the controlling interest in that building.
Oh, they will, but I want to. If it's only going to be half, then we got to talk. Like I said, all those and sundry things. That's they're millions now, but when you multiply times 25, helps to accrue the debt and maybe even put some money in the bank.
Because the Spurs, the way they're looking at it is, I say this like I'm in their conversation.
No, I think you can.
Why do I give a damn if you expand your convention center? What do I care about modernizing the courthouse? What do I care about updating the Alamo Dome?
That's what you say behind the scenes, but you also know with the goodwill that you offer, help them build it. So let's all work together. So I think that in the private meetings with Peter J. and the rest of the Spurs, no, they don't give a damn whether you're upgrading the courthouse. But in public, we want to help. We want to be a contributing factor to this. But keep in mind, we only have so much money.
Right. This is to me, it's a positive step.
It's a good step.
I don't think we'll know much of anything about what the grand scheme looks like until November, like you said. But the fact that the Spurs, I was worried the Spurs were going to come with
$600 million.
Half of this number, and I was like, oh boy, now we're in a real problem
because of this long delay. You just kept thinking worst case scenario, and I guarantee you, there's some holes in this. That there's some guys that city attorneys are going to look at this and go, no, this is not how we envision this. So we're going to have to go back to work. But at least now we have a framework to work under.
Yeah,
and. Now that the Spurs as an organization have offered this, now the Spurs as a basketball team need to be moderately successful come around November when this is voting. It's a lot easier to vote for a winner. We need to have everybody healthy and have to have some, a winning record where there's a little bit of momentum behind this push to spend all this money. It'll be a lot harder if we fall out of bed and stumble out of the season at 0-15 as we're going to the polls. So there's some pressure on this team to look successful at least early on to keep the fandom happy.
Yeah. So I'll say this. This again, I know people of San Antonio were hoping for a bigger number. I think this, when you factor in everything that this Project Marvel entails, that's the thing that I think a lot of people keep forgetting is this isn't just getting the Spurs a new arena. This is creating
that's how they're going to sell
creating a fundamental shift in what downtown San Antonio is going to look like.
When we are pushed, when we get the campaign commercials, we're going to see a glittering Emerald City downtown. They're going to promote what this city could look like in 5 years if you'll just put your name on the line today. And I think it won't be an easy sell, but I think this is an eminently doable thing. I think at the end of the day, there'll be enough that see that as long as we break even on this, as long as I don't get taken to the cleaners, it's worth all the other stuff. It's worth everything else that goes along with it just to keep our name front and center around the rest of the country. It does and has been proven to make a huge difference in San Antonio, both internally, we feel better about ourselves, and externally, we offer something that the rest of the world sees and appreciates.
Yeah. So you can say I'd like the Spurs to pay for all of this, but you got to remember this isn't all the Spurs. It's not only benefiting the Spurs. This benefits
us and
everybody,
and we have to keep that in mind. Though.
And if you want to, San Antonio is a city that. It's like when you look up the road to Austin and you look it's going to be real easy if San Antonio doesn't stay on top of things to fall behind as a city where big events happen.
Dude, we're catching up. We did fall behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've fallen behind. Now we're going to try to catch up. What we're doing today is something we should have done 30 years ago. This stadium should have been built where it's being built, or at least across the street, back in 2003. It should have been done.
Yeah, and now
2003.
Hell, when we were at the Final Four, they were talking about, man, is this the last time they're going to come to San Antonio? This place isn't built for this event anymore.
And that money going to the Alamo Dome matters too.
Yes.
So keep in mind, we're funding the improvement of the Alamo Dome that brings more of the Final Fours, both women and men, and all the stuff that goes along with the dome and bowl games. That money will be involved with this too.
Don't get me wrong. The Alamo Dome is nice for what it is.
Oh, it's a barn.
It is not a modern stadium by any stretch. No. Like if you go into that and then you go into any other NFL type stadium, it's like you're going back in the past.
Well, it looks industrial. It looks like a prison. And it was built with I remember when the Alamo Dome opened, and at the very same time, little Danny Snyder, had built the brand new Redskins Stadium. I can say that because that's what it was.
Yeah, it was at the time.
And I went up to a Redskin game that year, and I'd already been to the Alamo Dome. And even then, I thought, man, the Alamo Dome's a dump.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close to, we have these long concrete corridors with nothing but just view, and it's just not a pretty it's functional for sure, and we're going to have to keep that up. And this is some of the Project Marvel money, not just some, a lot will go to maintaining that dome and keeping it up to the standard that's going to be required for bowl games, playoff games, and all the things that we enjoy.
Yep. Claymore says AJ equals Timu Tupac. Well, technically, I was Timu Dr. Dre in that.
I'm telling you, the best performer on that song is Roger Troutman.
Yeah, I'm
an old guy, but
you're an old guy.
You're an old guy. A voice box guy.
You're an old guy. And then AJ says, or Claymore says, AJ ain't rapping the Paul Wall hits on Swishahouse. I'm more of despite being white, I'm more of a Slim Thug guy.
You're not a Mac Miller guy?
No. Boss Hog, Outlaws, Top Dogs, Won't Pause, Big Boy with Big Balls. That's your boy right here.
Jelly Roll?
Slim Thug, a mother trucker. All right. We got...
Every time you do that, I feel like it's Office Space and you see a brother pull up and you stop cussing.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. 1 hour to go in the week, baby. Morning Huddle 94.1.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Bobby Bones here with some easy trivia. What does the Staples Easy button say? That was easy. Boom. That was easy. You knew that, right? And now you know to press it for prints, shipping, and even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. I see you, Staples. That was easy.
GimmeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway. I hate games and scams. So when we had the idea to give away $25,000, I was very careful about the way it was orchestrated. Get the top of the market money and enter to be the lucky person to get $25,000. This is no joke. This is no game. This is very real. Just like GimmeTheVin.com.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try ZipIntro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipIntro. Post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Sheik.
At Progressive, we understand the bond you have with your boat. It's why people name theirs.
I named my boat Sure Don't. Get it? The other day when my friend said, "Hey Larry, you want to head back in? It looks like it might rain." I said, "Sure don't." I guess they didn't get it because they didn't laugh.
Whatever you call your boat, protected by insuring it with Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji Antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji Antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Eczema flaring up again? We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got a new trouble spot on the southwest side at Loop 410 northbound, right as you approach Valley High. Accident that's taking up one lane has you stop and go from Old Pearsall Road. On 410 eastbound Evers, that wreck has got 2 right lanes closed. That's a 30-minute delay. It's heavy from Military. On 1604 westbound, the off-ramp to get onto Northwest Military Highway, that is roadwork, exit ramp blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time saver traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Big news in the college sports world as President Donald Trump signed an executive order yesterday for college sports to regulate the business. It will preserve NIL deals while ensuring women's and non-revenue sports aren't left behind. Dallas Cowboy camp continues as Micah Parsons' contract drama rolls on. 2 players who've gone through the very same situation, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, both expressed that he's deserving of the extension and they hope that he'll get paid soon. Don't we all? I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Friday. That's right, baby. We made it. Heading out to Oxnard, California tomorrow for Cowboys training camp. A whole week out there. It'll be my first, hopefully my first time going to Nobu with Mr. Jones.
It appears that's a definite.
I do love Nobu.
You didn't go last year, right?
We were there the wrong week.
Oh.
They just moved it to this week. Normally, you don't know till you get there, and sometimes it's the second, sometimes it's the third week. And this year's the first.
Okay.
Now, I will say, as someone, I've been to Nobu, I want to say 6 times in my life.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite restaurants in the world.
But you're talking about the Vegas one.
Vegas, Houston.
I've never been to the one in Houston.
I've never been to the one that we're going to here, but only once have I ever had to pay out of pocket for it.
I imagine. I would I would bet 50% of the people that have gone to Nobu it was on a corporate account. I mean,
Yeah, you're
those,
probably
That's
right.
one of those meals that I'd rather somebody else pay for.
I probably just could afford a water, and that's it.
Dude, it is.
Or it's,
If you have to ask, you shouldn't be in there.
Right. How much is a Coke Zero?
Seriously, man.
It's a good feeling when I get the bill at the end and I just give him my Caesar's card and say, just
just put it on there.
Mr. Caesar will take care of me
on
tonight.
Thursday, it'll be on the Jones account. Put that on the Jones account, please.
That's one thing I will miss is because I can't.
No Caesars.
No, I'm not earning points the way I used to. Not earning points the way I used to. Rin said he's been to one in Miami. Yeah, I haven't been to that one. I imagine they're all pretty great. But the one in where's the one that we go to here? Is it in Malibu?
Yeah, it's the original one, I believe.
Yeah, I think that is the original one. I know there's one in New York. Actually, the one in New York is the original one. That's the one that Bobby De Niro gave he found the chef Nobu, and he said, "Oh, I'll give you money to finance this restaurant." They opened one in New York, and then I think the LA one was the next one.
They're all over the world now.
Oh, they're everywhere now. Yeah, but the quality seems to it seems to still be good.
As long as I've only gotten the small plates, but yes, the small plates are delicious.
Yes. Oh.
Nobu Manalapan had just opened. Nobu Cairo, Rome, Madrid.
So how's it work? Do they just bring by? Is it like
coast of Egypt.
Appetizers they're bringing around all night?
Heavy hors d'oeuvres all night.
Oh yes.
Rome, Cairo.
I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm just going to sit around eating. That's all I care about.
And then you walk through the restaurant toward the bathroom just to see who's there.
Mm-hmm. I don't care who's there.
Oh, you'll be shocked. You'll never know, man.
I'll be looking for the guy with the sushi. I think, you got. What? Yep. I'll take that.
It keeps coming. It keeps coming. You'll not have to want for any of it.
Yellowfin, yeah, with the sauce. Oh, yuzu sauce. Yes, please. Yeah, I love Nobu. I'm excited for that. I don't know what our house situation is going to be, but it looks like it's pretty good.
6 bedrooms.
We don't need 6 bedrooms.
We have them. I'm going to have a summer and a winter bedroom.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe we can hire some. We can hire some strippers or something to live in with us for the week.
There's a ping pong table.
Okay, all right.
There is an establishment of that sort. Not saying I've been there.
In Oxnard?
In Oxnard.
A strip club?
It's an adult establishment. I've never actually been in. I wouldn't know. But
I'll be damned. You ever see
Cowboys
Cowboys players in there?
I do know that Tuesday is open wound night. Open wound night.
Oh.
Show your stitches night.
That's my favorite night.
It's a fun day.
Ooh. Like a girl who's been stabbed.
Yeah. Show your bullet wound night.
Show your bullet wound night. Who's got the...
Anything for a promotion, man.
Yeah, this was a 22. This was a 45.
This was a 45. I mean, right in the ass.
That is funny.
Bunch of shotgun pellets on my butt.
Oh. I saw a story about how every NFL team got its name. Have you ever wondered about these things? Or is it just people
I know
like
the Cowboys were the Texans the Texans were the Chiefs, actually, and they moved and had to change their name. I knew that. I don't know where the Cowboys came from.
Like, for instance, the Arizona Cardinals were originally the Chicago Cardinals.
I knew that.
And they took their name from the maroon jerseys that they bought secondhand from the University of Chicago.
Makes sense.
So they were like, we got red jerseys. They're Cardinal red.
Makes sense.
And that's what the team went with. The Atlanta Falcons, in 1965, a teacher won a Name the Team contest.
I kind of figured that was for a lot of teams.
I think a lot of them do
right?
that. Fans voted for the Ravens in 1996.
The Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
They harkened back to that.
The Bills, they got theirs from a fan contest in 1947.
I wonder what the runner-up was to Buffalo. other than Bills.
That's what I wish this. I
Just
wish
seemed
that this.
natural. Like, of
yeah,
course it's
I would.
the Buffalo Bills.
I would love to know that, but yeah, I want to know. But the Panthers, Jerry Richardson, who founded the team, his son chose the name. Like, you got a little kid, and the kid came up with the Panthers.
So how did
Sounds
the
cool.
Jaguars? Because they came in together. I wonder how the Jaguars came together.
Let's see. Let me scroll down here to Jacksonville.
I guess there's jaguars in the Jacksonville jungles.
In 1991, the Jacksonville Zoo welcomed a rare jaguar club. And a year later, when the city landed an NFL expansion team, fans voted to name it the Jaguars.
Works.
I mean, yeah. Works. So an animal came to the zoo, and that's how it came.
And the Oilers made sense just because, well, it's Houston, so I assume it was just kind of given by Bud and his family.
The Dallas Cowboys were initially going to be called the Dallas Rangers, but that name was already taken by a local minor league baseball team. Cowboys was chosen instead for a clean, regionally relevant identity that quickly took hold. The name suited the team's image and ambition, anchoring a brand built on national appeal and sharp presentation.
So the owners chose that. That wasn't a vote.
But they wanted to be the Rangers.
Well, it worked out.
The Texans were the Texans. There is a list of team names that were up for vote there. The other attenders, the Apollos and the Bobcats.
Oh.
I always feel like the Texans it's a bad name, but it's better than Apollos or Bobcats.
I don't remember either of those. Did we have it? There wasn't a choice. They just announced it's the Texans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to make it. I didn't want them to make it anything to do with space. Because like the Astros and Rockets already exist, and I thought they were going to try to make it all about space, like they were going to be the cosmonauts or something.
Or
I didn't want
the
that.
galaxy.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
The universe.
But I don't particularly like Texans. The Rams were first known as the Cleveland Rams, and they took their name from the Fordham Rams because the GM just liked the way it sounded. He said it was
Fordham?
Yeah, he's like, I like the way Rams sounds. It's just a cool name. Dolphins named the team. Vikings was chosen as a tribute to Minnesota's Nordic roots. A lot of Scandinavian settlers up there, so they went with Vikings. So I don't know. I thought it was a cool story, and I wanted to just point out that the Cowboys.
The Spurs were originally the Chaparrals.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They came to the Dallas ABA team was the Chaps, and the Chaparrals eventually became the Roadrunners.
The Roadrunners?
The Chaparrals are Roadrunner.
Oh,
so UTSA eventually adopted that, but went with the English version, Roadrunner.
Okay. And how did Spurs come about?
I was looking that up right now. I don't remember how it began. Angelo Drosis was the guy that brought him in. I assume that he and McCombs just kind of came up with it. That's an old school question before my time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm checking right now. It was a contest. Originated from the Name That Team contest after they decided not to go with the Chaparrals. The winning entry, Spurs, was chosen because it reflected the city's Western heritage and the association with Cowboys in the sport of basketball. Specifically the Spurs, the metal tool attached to the Cowboys' boot and heel to guide a horse.
Look at that.
There you go.
Look at that. What's the worst team names in the NFL?
In the NFL, the Browns.
The Browns. I was going to
say.
say.
It's named after their owner. That's a bad name. I agree.
And that's the only one that you really find a lot of fault with. Everybody else makes sense.
You like Commanders?
Oh, well, I don't count that. That's new stuff. I'm talking about OG.
What about Titans?
I don't mind it.
You don't?
I didn't.
I don't like Titans.
But I don't like their colors.
Tennessee Titans, it rolls off. It's alliteration. But they could have chosen something that I would have been equally. Titans.
So Nashville, they try to consider it the Athens of the U.S. or the Athens of the Americas.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of Greek mythology stuff, and I guess that's how they came up with it.
No, I get it. That never really bothered me, and I was glad it wasn't the Oilers.
I think I was too. Although, I mean, it didn't make any sense for them to be called the Oilers made no sense.
Well, the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, there is precedent. The New Orleans Jazz. The name travels.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I always just think that's dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb, and especially the Oilers, given all the situation behind Bud Adams yanking the team and all that. So it was an appropriate change.
What you know what the Raiders were almost called?
No, I have no idea.
The Seniors.
Oh, man, they should have let that fly.
The Oakland Seniors.
They would have been ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Seniors.
The Meesters.
The Meesters.
I mean, what a weird name to that. Like, if they would have gone, I mean, that would have been, what a misstep in branding that would have been. I mean, because Raiders is such a cool name. It's not like, I don't know. I think that's one of the coolest names in the NFL. But, yeah, the Oakland Seniors. What a disaster that would have been. Oof. Yeah, but the Browns is the worst. The Browns is like,
and I get Green Bay Packers. I get the origins, but that's one name that if they decided one day to go, you know what, we're gonna upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see. They'll never do it. They had their chance when they lost their team, and then they started all over. It was like, you got a chance, Cleveland. Here's your chance. Name it something cooler, and they're like, nope.
We like the Browns.
Browns.
And we're even going to bring back that brownish orange uniform.
Ugh, that was
look where I got them.
That sucks. All right. When we come back, friends, we're going to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. I love that. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. What's on?
The offense for new head coach and play caller Brian Schottenheimer has been revamped. Offensive line revamped, a healthy deck, new weapons with George Pickens to complement CeeDee Lamb, and a whole new running back room, and potentially a whole new philosophy on offense.
You wanted this noise! You wanted this noise!
We're taking you with us for all the insight from Oxnard, California. San Antonio Sports Stars, coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, and sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds, Jim Beam, and AARP. Starting Monday morning, live from Oxnard, South Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your midday commute, we've cleared a lot of our trouble left over from this morning's rush hour. Still have this stall on the far north side at 1604 westbound at Military Highway. Now off to the shoulder, so that should be clearing soon. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, and we'll check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Take a swing at picking baseball this season on Underdog. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Underdog is a leading place to make all your sports picks. Millions of fans have won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? It is easy and fun to do. I love playing the Pick'em game on Underdog. All you have to do is download the Underdog app and choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats. You can choose from things like home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and so much more. And you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up now with promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, use my promo code STAR when you sign up at Underdog. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Evan Cohen here. Typically, you don't associate speed with quality. For example, you don't go through a fast food drive-thru and expect a gourmet meal to go. Well, here's an exception. If you're hiring, you can find candidates fast who are also extremely qualified for your job. Just use ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can proactively find qualified candidates in minutes. No wonder why ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus, offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More, the place to go for sipping rosés with seltzers on ice, making margaritas with your favorite tequilas. It's warm out, let's go. Our prices are low on spirits, beer, and wine. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly. B21.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Let's jam. Let's see. Claymore, we need to know how the Spurs got their name. It was a fan vote. And Ren, is that true? Ren says that's why we have a coyote mascot?
I'm sure
from the Chaparrals thing?
The legendary Don Harris might know that answer. And Tim Dirk, our legendary mascot, would know that. I don't know, but it makes sense to me. I'd never really thought about it.
Look at that. You learn something new every day. Every day.
And I would have chosen the Roadrunner over the Coyote if I had chosen.
Right?
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, it's easier to put a person in a coyote costume.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm having not worn neither. I wouldn't know.
And Roadrunners have very skinny legs. Very skinny legs. I always like to see what's going on in the world outside of sports. By the way, I did find an obituary about Hulk Hogan.
Okay, what is that?
It's on it's on slate.com, and when a guy dies, you want to honor him at least for a little while. There is the too soon.
Well, you don't want to besmirch a dead man's name.
Yeah, never do that.
Well, let the history speak for itself. You don't need to say anything.
What's the headline to this story?
Yeah, everyone hated Hulk Hogan.
That's the headline. It says the most famous pro wrestler in history died as a villain who was all too real.
Wow. Real life villain.
Yeah. It says, and he's like, he says, I'm not even talking about the late MAGA turn, though that certainly didn't help. He did tear off his shirt and flexed in a Trump Vance tank top.
There was that.
But that was mostly a publicity stunt to launch his Real American beer.
But I'm not mad at his politics. That has nothing to do with it.
No. but he talked. I mean, we talked about him being sort of a union buster when guys were trying to get more money from Vince McMahon. Hulk Hogan didn't like it, shot it down. It was, and obviously the racism thing can sort of go into, but also there was also a thought that Hulk Hogan, once he got on top, didn't want to let anyone else get any shine, and so like
he was selfish with it.
Yeah, it was like he wasn't losing matches, like he wasn't volunteering to take one for the team and like put the next guy over. So that was there was plenty of reasons, but I don't know that that writing an article saying the name of the article, everyone hated Hulk Hogan, is the way to go. I don't know.
Everybody hates Chris.
That seems like a tough headline the day after. All right. Elsewhere, Bam Margera. There were talks that if Jackass were to ride again, would Bam Margera be in it this time? Remember when they did their Jackass Forever in 2022? They did not let him be in the movie. And there was a lawsuit that came from it.
Why didn't they let him?
Because he was a junkie.
Seems reason enough.
Yeah, he was on drugs. He couldn't stop drinking. But they said that Bam says he's got no intention of returning to the Jackass roots, no matter what. He said, quote, "They have like new dudes, and what they did to me, making me go to treatment and paying for it, and then not putting me in a movie. And, I had to go to court over it. And you couldn't offer me enough money to want to do another Jackass with them. The damage has been done." So, I loved Bam Margera. I thought he always did some really cool stunts, but you kind of got to get your life together.
I never really paid attention to him.
You didn't like Jackass?
I mean, I knew who they were, but I couldn't pick Bam out of a lineup.
I love people getting hurt. Like, I could watch videos of people getting hurt all day.
I like when they smack him with that big hand.
Dude, I can't.
Yeah.
when
I like to
guys...
see people fall down. Yeah. I like to see people get kicked by animals. Like, I can't get enough of that stuff. Like, that to me is high comedy.
Dudes getting kicked in the head by horses.
Yeah, like
once they cut away, we don't realize that dude's dead.
Yeah,
like bad news.
Or a vegetable.
For your humor, that guy died.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think all these guys have like if you hear Johnny Knoxville talk now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's CTE.
He's broken his private like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like after the first time, it would have been enough.
Who's the other little dude?
Steve-O.
I watched Steve-O jump off of a bridge over the river, right in the River Center Mall one morning.
Yeah.
For a stunt.
Didn't Wee Man pass? Little Wee Man?
No.
No?
He's still alive.
Okay.
He's still. I think he's still alive. The great big fat person did. That went with Wee Man. But
Wee Man was hilarious.
Yeah, Wee Man is still alive. Yeah,
okay.
Still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, but Preston was the big fat guy that went with him. He died, and then Ryan Dunn died. He died in a car wreck. He was going like 160 or something in his. I forget what it was. I think a Ferrari or something like that, and he died that way, which is sad. But let's F around and find out.
The video of Wee Man fighting the little cow. The little bull.
Oh yeah. I love that.
Am I allowed to laugh at that? Is that supposed?
Of course
am I allowed
you
to
are.
make
Yeah.
humor in that?
Hey man, are you familiar with Khalees Caron Crowder?
Not.
This is a serial offender. Now, it's not murder, so he doesn't get all the headlines. But this is a man who has continued to be arrested for the same crime. And that crime, friends, is sniffing women's rear ends in public. He is a serial butt sniffer.
And where is this guy?
Burbank, California. This time he was arrested by officers from the Burbank PD at the Walmart located in the Empire Center.
At Walmart?
Yes. Police had originally responded to the nearby Nordstrom rack in the same shopping center for a report of a suspicious man loitering in the women's department. When officers arrived on scene, they were informed the suspect had already left the department store, but located a short while later across the at the Walmart across the parking lot. Officers used the store's security camera to follow the man as he moved around various departments and then observed him following a female customer into the women's department. Officers then observed the man as he crouched down behind the woman and engaged in lewd behavior by inappropriately sniffing her buttocks. Police confronted and detained him. It was later revealed that he was Khalees Crowder, a resident of Glendale and a registered sex offender.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, I wonder if that is the sex offense, like sniffing butts? I don't know.
It should be.
I'm not sure. A TikTok video back in the day captured this was in 2023. He made headlines because he was basically in Barnes and Noble, like crouched down looking at books, and then when a girl would walk by, he'd get his whiff.
He's currently on active parole for just that.
Yes. And
so if you're not touching them and you just like get real close, at what point is it a crime?
In public?
If you're seriously, if you're just sitting there and somebody walks by and you lean in,
so if you're
at what point did you become?
So if you're a lawyer and you're defending this guy and you're trying to prove what
Well, if
crime
he
did
doesn't
he
touch
commit?
you.
Right, that's the thing.
At
So
what
like
point-
if you walk by and I go like this
and you lean
breathe
in
in
and
your
sniff,
perfume,
I don't think
if I breathe in a lady's perfume, is that a crime?
That's what I'm getting at.
Well,
So
maybe-
if
yeah.
I
Well,
don't
why
know,
didn't he say
but
that?
now if he's grabbing both hands and
Right.
now we got a problem. But if he
and
just
going
likes
like,
to lean in and just kind of roll around, I don't know where the crime is.
Wow.
Now, Crowder already has a lengthy criminal record that includes convictions for burglary, robbery, and indecent exposure.
Well, I assumed he wasn't a good guy.
And the wife of Robert Ory also accused him of stalking their teenage daughter more than a decade ago.
Oh, man, okay.
Candace Ory said he needs to be put away for good.
I think so.
This dude just loves sniffing ass. I mean, it's almost an addiction. I mean, like you said, he's on parole right now for sniffing ass. And what's he doing? He's out there sniffing ass again. I mean, it's addictive. It's addictive.
Needs to marry a crop duster.
Maybe so. A man who left his job. I say left his job. He. This is in Singapore, by the way. He got off work. He's a cook. He gets off work and he sees a man sleeping on a bench at the shopping mall at 2:30 in the morning. The man he reeked of vomit and alcohol. And so what do you think he did? What do you think this guy did? Put a blanket on him? You know, shove a $5 bill under his head, you know.
His wallet.
Maybe could have robbed him, could have stolen his wallet, maybe could have kicked him. No, instead he groped the man's private parts.
Did he say why?
I don't know. Like if it was just enjoyable for him.
Okay.
Like let's say right now we're going to Oxnard.
Does he have a staunch heterosexual record behind him?
There's no note of that. But what I do know, like just imagine we're in Oxnard together in our beach house, and I wake up and Joe Reinagel is massaging my genitals. The first question I would ask wouldn't be why. You know, because like who cares why? It's just the fact that he's doing
who's
it.
asking why?
You did. You said, why did he do it?
Well, no, I was asking, is he gay? Did we know? If we knew he was gay, I'm not surprised. Now, if he had a staunch heterosexual record and decided to lean in and do a little masseuse work, I would have a few questions. But
the acts of molestation only came to light after the victim woke up because someone else stole his phone while he was asleep. So they're like, okay.
I think, first of all, we need to address your drinking.
Yeah, first of all, yeah. If you drink and vomit and pass out in a mall, like you got a real issue. But when you wake up and go, oh, someone stole my phone, and they go back, look at the closed circuit TV, yeah, I know you lost your phone, but
you were fondled
a little after that, a guy came by and like rubbed your junk. How do you feel about that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if I'd rather have that or just have my butt sniffed.
Yeah.
Was he sniffing my butt too? Spreading my butt cheeks.
The man was arrested. Oh, here we go. No, this is the here's the kicker where you're asking if he's gay. If he's not gay, he's at least very curious.
Oh, he's gay.
He's knocking on the door.
He's in the room.
Authorities examined his mobile phone, which was found to contain 149 video clips of unknown male victims using toilets at the shopping mall. He had secretly recorded them without the victim's consent or knowledge.
Yeah, you knew there was the rest of the story.
That's a weird fetish.
And now you know the rest of the story. Actually, I have a video of you in there taking a dump earlier.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it my shoes?
I'll forward it to you. Okay. No, I like to get the overhead view. I like to stand at the urinal and hang my phone over the stall,
using your height to your advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And then it's almost like a drone shot.
Yeah.
And it shows you.
Did you zoom out? And
shows you standing up and. It's wild that
you know I'm right-handed.
Yeah, and also did you know Rob that Vic wipes back to front?
Well, that's only if it's a blaster.
I've got proof of it right here, Rob. Look at this.
God.
Can you believe it?
I don't know how you managed to do that. Your arms are longer than I thought they were.
I am flexible.
All right, let's take our last break of the day. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the second annual Back to School Drive, Saturday, August 2nd from 11 till 1 p.m. or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last, so don't be late. Presented by the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Sponsored in part by North Park Toyota, Centromed, Romo Door Supply, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So we do a giveaway at GiveMeTheVin.com. Every month we're giving away $25,000 to one lucky person that sells us their car. Karen, you there?
I'm here.
Karen Gardner of Oceanside, California is the latest winner in GiveMeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway.
What did you sell us?
I sold you a 95 Impala.
And what did we pay you for it?
You guys gave me 18.
18 plus 25,000 because you're the winner, Karen.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
You could be next to get a little more, maybe a lot more.
You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com. Sell us your car.
If something happens to you, what happens to your family? Will they struggle financially? Will they be able to afford the home you built together? With Ethos, you can get life insurance coverage in minutes. Get up to $2 million in coverage for as little as $2 a day. All online with no medical exam. Just answer a few health questions. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams July Summer Sale and get 30% off paints and stains July 18th through the 28th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Hi,
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Now is the perfect time to start on your next success. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. An accredited state university, University of Maryland Global Campus offers online and hybrid courses. Plus, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Sheik.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Friday is Summer Showdown with 7 incredible stakes races, and Saturday is Retama Park Derby and the $650,000 TQHA Futurity Race. Ever thought about owning an American quarter horse? The Texas Quarter Horse Sale is going on at Freeman Coliseum Friday and Saturday, and it's free to attend. Enjoy terrace dining along with San Antonio's best sports bar, Clubhouse 95. Live music every Friday night. Visit retamapark.com for all the details.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream. Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local Walmart, H-E-B, and other fine stores.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Not a surprise, but still a gut punch. Ozzy Osbourne has passed away.
So somebody said pour one out for Ozzy. Why don't you go bite the head off a bat for Ozzy?
We'll come up with a bat shot in his honor.
Oh, that's a good idea. A bat shot.
Make sure to enunciate that, please.
Oh, what do you mean?
A bat shot? Oh.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, baby. Oh, it's finally Friday, in the words of our friend George Jones. This is actually George Jones, baby.
The powwow.
That's right. Got my mouth looking something like a disco ball.
Yeah.
All right. Let's you know what, before we do get to the daily lines, I saw this this thing's going on. It's a national thing, and it makes me appreciate our friends over at HEB.
Okay.
When's the last time a Kroger came into San Antonio?
Been decades.
They gave up, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got their ass kicked.
20 years?
Yeah.
Kroger is now under scrutiny and may
for price tags,
for overcharging. Yeah, like they have like a sale price posted, and people just get it scanned, and then it scans for the regular price. And apparently, it's happened enough now that there's thoughts that there may be like a full blown
they've
lawsuit.
been popped for this before. They've already been. This is not new.
Really? As part of the investigation, shoppers were recruited to visit 26 locations in 14 states and D.C. At half of the locations, they were overcharged for more than 150 items that had expired sales labels.
It's funny how you're never undercharged by accident.
You never are, are you?
Accidents. We forgot to adjust, but you never are undercharged.
God, I will say that there's some people. This lady, Janice Ford, is a customer. And listen, I'm looking for a deal as much as the next guy. I don't have unlimited amounts of money. I would love to not pay as much for groceries as I do, but I also just kind of operate on the good faith system. You know, when somebody scans in on my groceries, I just assume they're going to charge me what I'm supposed to be charged. I don't even think about it. Well, Janice Ford apparently has been. She said she's experienced enough times at Kroger that she is very proactive about this. She says, I've taken it to court a few times and won. Every time I've actually done it, I think it's a way to educate not only the store, but also educate consumers. We expect the prices to be right, and we're counting on them to be right, so the store needs to honor that. In her purse, she carries a copy of the Michigan scanner law that states once a transaction is complete and the customer has a receipt showing what they paid for an item, they're entitled to report it to the seller within 30 days to receive the difference, as well as a bonus between $1 and $5. She says, I'll walk back, take a look at the item on the shelf, take a picture so I have that along with the scanner law to really kind of fight my own battles to say the prices were supposed to be this and that's what I'm expecting to pay. Can you imagine after you get all your groceries going back through the store and like checking your receipt to make sure you got charged what you were supposed to get charged?
Oh, I've seen people like that. Like in on the side and the managers there trying to explain everything. And then
that is very, very frugal.
You can, well, I worked at H-E-B for a minute, and that happened back in the day, too.
Really?
Yeah. But back then, it wasn't as sophisticated as it is
thank God
now.
we've got H-E-B, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd ever do that to us. I hope not.
They've been caught for it. I mean, it happens.
Well, I don't like it. I'm against it. And they say, especially in these times when groceries are high, we don't want to pay more than our fair share.
Ground meat's like $7 a pound.
Oh, you know,
or 11, I think.
I told my wife 2 nights ago. I was like, "Oh, I want to have spaghetti tonight. Can you make some spaghetti?" So she went and bought the
the ground meat and stuff like that. Okay.
And then she's like, "Okay, I'll make spaghetti." And she starts digging through the fridge. She's like, "The hell! I just went to the store this morning and got this meat."
Mm-hmm.
When they brought in the groceries from the car, she went with my kid, and like the way it works is she brings in a load, and it's his job to make any subsequent loads back and forth to the car to make sure all the groceries are brought in.
No.
So because she's in there starting to put away groceries, well, they go to her car and find out that the
tube of ground meat is still sitting in there.
Yeah, the meat is underneath. It was underneath a hoodie, and had already spent about 3 hours outside.
Oh, nope.
So
Throw it away.
South.
Did not have spaghetti. That's a damn shame. We don't buy the tube though. I'm worried about the tube. The tube is scary to me.
I buy the tube only if the date is newer. Because I make it kind of within the day that I buy it. I don't let it sit in the fridge.
I need to see the red. I need to see, I need to know that it's not brown. I always worry if I cut open that tube, it's gonna be brown.
Brown and then all like
we buy the tube. We use the tube.
You're a tube guy?
Yeah, I mean it's H-E-B. I trust it.
Do you freeze ahead, or do you use all the tube like within the week?
No, I freeze it right away. Whatever I usually cut it in half. Usually cut it in half. I don't buy the big one. I buy the medium-sized one.
We buy one per meal.
Right. So I'll cut it in half.
Oh, okay. So you're not buying like. Vic's talking about like
that big salami
the
thing.
5-pound
I'm buying
tube.
like the one per meal kind of thing.
Okay, it's like a pound or a pound and a half, whatever it is.
But you're right. I don't see it, but I have this innate trust that H-E-B is going to be fine. So
I remember it being like $11, whatever that size tube is.
Is it cheaper to buy the tube than it is to buy in the
I have
carton?
a sense that it is because that's been pre-packaged at the plant where what you're seeing wrapped in cellophane was actually done by they ground it out back, which means it's fresher, of course. But I've never had a problem with that.
Okay. Well, maybe I should trust H-E-B. I don't know. It's been a while since I had H-E-B in town. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yes!
Daniel says H-E-B Fast Scan off 3009 provides price and total as you continue to shop.
I'll tell you, I've got a brand new H-E-B open up by my house next week. I'm rather psyched.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen soon is, and this is going to cut down on shoplifting. It's going to cut down on a lot of things. It's going to be just like when you go in, like at the.
I've been to the one that
you go to a basketball game, and you swipe your credit card when you walk in. You go in. Oh, I want this drink. I want these peanuts. I want this popcorn.
Oh,
you've been in the Amazon stores that do that.
You walk out. Yeah, that's what grocery stores are going to do.
Yeah,
and then there's going to won't be any more shoplifting.
Well, the problem is I want it bagged. I don't want to just walk out of the grocery store without it in a bag. So you'd be bagging as you shopped, which .
Yeah, but somebody's gonna follow you around and.
Hey, they don't need to follow you, cameras. I mean, we've been in those in the stadiums when you walk in, and if you touch the item and it leaves that shelf, the bill is already there.
It's yours,
even if you
Bubba.
put it back, you've already bought it.
It's yours.
Right.
All right. Now to the daily lines. Major League Baseball, friends. Major League Baseball. The Marlins are at the Brew Crew. Freddie Peralta and the Brewers. A lot of respect coming to the Brewers now. They had the best record in baseball.
Just behind Astros, but right there.
Minus 220 now.
Yep.
Minus 220.
What was that young pitcher
today?
that came out throwing smoke the other day?
Jacob Mizorowski.
Mizorowski got some heat.
Cal Quantrill goes for the Fish. They are plus 180 coming back. Mike Burrows and the Pirates host Ryan Nelson and the Diamondbacks. D-backs minus 115 favorites. Taijuan Walker and the Phillies are in New York taking on the Yankees. Will Warren going for the Yankees. They are minus 160 favorites. Colorado Rockies head to Baltimore. Kyle Freeland going for the Rockies. Dean Kramer for the Orioles. Orioles minus 205 favorites. Dodgers at Boston. Emmett Sheehan pitching for the Dodgers. Brian Bello for the Red Sox. Dodgers minus 120 road favorites. Blue Jays are in Toronto. Keeter Montero going for the Tigers. Jose Barrios for the Blue Jays. Tigers scuffling of late. Minus 115 favorites today, though. Zach Littell and the Tampa Bay Rays are in Cincinnati taking on the Reds. Nick Martinez going for the Reds. That's a pick'em game. Either way you like it. Nick Pivetta and the Padres in St. Louis taking on Miles Michaelis and the Cardinals. The Padres minus 130 road favorites. Shota Imanaga and the Chicago Cubs take the long trip to the south side. Cubs at the White Sox. Adrian Hauser going for the Chi Sox. Cubs and Imanaga minus 180 favorites. Joey Wentz, made-up person, pitching for the Braves today. They're in Texas taking on the Rangers. Nathan Eovaldi going for the hometown team there in Arlington. Rangers minus 155 favorites. Zebby Matthews. Zebby.
Zebediah?
I think it is. It's a good name. And the Minnesota Twins, they are minus 165 favorites, hosting the Nationals. Mackenzie Gore going for the Nats. Cleveland Guardians and Gavin Williams. Kansas City counters with Michael Waka Waka. Royals minus 115 favorites. Jeffrey Springs and the Athletics in Houston taking on Ryan Mucho Gusto, and the Astros minus 145 favorites. A's got the best of them yesterday, though. Seattle heading to L.A. to take on the Angels. Jose Soriano going for the Angels. Brian going for the Mariners. Mariners minus 125 on the road. I like the Mariners a lot in that matchup. 125 seems like a very fair price to have such a great pitching edge with Brian. Clay Holmes, what up, Holmes? And the New York Mets wrap it up in San Francisco. Logan Webb going for the Giants. Giants minus 135. As you know, I am secretly cheering for the Mets to win every game for the rest of the regular season. I need them to win the NL East pretty badly, actually. I need that quite a bit. The UFC this weekend. UFC headlined by Robert Whittaker and Reiner de Ridder. Robert Whittaker, a minus 155 favorite. My favorite bet on the card, though, is the Sharamagomedov Marc-Andre Barrios fight. Okay. I like Sharamagomedov to win by knockout. You can get that around minus 155. He's minus 675 to win the fight. Most of the fights he's won has been by knockout, and Marc-Andre Barrios showing what could be described as a questionable chin of late. So I will be on that play as well in the UFC. Now, what you've all been waiting to discuss, lady basketball. Phoenix Mercury, they're in New York taking on the Liberty Bibbity. Liberty, minus 116, or excuse me, minus 6-point favorites, not minus 116, minus 6-point favorites. The Aces are in Minnesota taking on the Lynx. Lynx 10-point favorites over the Aces. Lynx are they might be the best team. And the Aces got their ass kicked just yesterday by the Fever. And in a battle of the scrubby teams, the Golden State Valkyries hosting the Dallas Wings, the Valkyries 4-point home favorites against the lowly Dallas Wings. And there you go. There is your look at the daily lines. I guess we could look at the basketball tournament as we're down now. We're still down to the final 8. The games today, though, or no, excuse me, they're on Sunday. Fall Harder against We Are D3. Fall Harder, a 1.5-point favorite. Aftershocks are at Heartfire. Heartfire's minus 1.5.
Heartfire.
Yeah, that's right. Eberlein Drive minus 2.5 against Sideline Cancer. And Shell Shock, 1.5-point favorites against Best Virginia. I still can't believe that Kentucky team lost. They had a bunch of, washout NBA dudes on that team.
The brothers?
Yeah, they losers.
Archie, good one?
Losers. They should have gotten Nerlens Noel. Is he still in the league?
I think he's still in the league.
Really?
I do.
God, has a not very good player lasted that long? I mean,
it's good to be 7 feet.
I guess so. I guess
he is the process.
It's like who's the guy that is always looked at as a bust, but then it's like he had a long NBA career. Why can't I think of his name? The number 1 overall pick is a 7-footer, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's a huge bust." The guy didn't play college ball, and it's like, no, he had a 12.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown, yeah, had a 12-year NBA career. Hard to call him a bust.
Nerlens plays for the Kings.
Does he really? Good for Nerlens. Good for what's he averaging?
Career?
No. This
last year
season.
he played with Detroit. Well, the last time he was in the league was 2 years ago.
Oh, so he's not in the league.
20. He's back in the league, I guess. He was in Europe, I guess, last year. 2.1, 2.7, 0.6, and 36% from the field.
Yeah, TBT. The Kentucky team needed him. He could have helped out quite a bit.
Nerlens has played for the 76ers, the Mavericks, the Thunder, and the Knicks so far.
What a guy. Now the Kings. That does it for us, friends. Look at us. Yeah. We made it through the week, Rob.
Gonna pack our don't forget, you got about 1 hour to check in.
I'll try and remember. I'll try and remember. Are we packing hoodies?
You better.
You got to pack a hoodie.
Better pack something.
But are you packing shorts?
Yeah. I mean, it's still 80 degrees. We're running around a football field.
See, I don't know how to win because when we get there in the morning, you can't wear shorts. It's too cold.
Normally what occurs is you wear something completely different when we come back to the team. We wake up and just try to stay warm till 8 a.m. And then we evacuate and come back looking more professional. But it's just get there and broadcast from our lovely spot on the tennis courts in downtown Oxford.
After our big nap. Oh, I can't wait.
Is it a nap at 8 a.m.?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't have to be after that because we're gonna have to drive those guys over there. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
It's a 10-minute drive.
Life's a dance. You learn as you go. Guys, thanks for listening this week. Give a listen to the Blitz. They're on from 2 to 6. They do a good sports radio show, a good program. You might enjoy. They'll be out in Oxnard with us as well. Good job this week, Vic.
See you next Friday.
That's right, Bubba. Till then.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFA.